the past like so many streams, it hasn't had to happen.
Who's hosting this call right now?
It's not a host thing. Everybody back? We all back?
All right. Boom, boom,
Looking at the
boom.
chat. Jeez, my microphone keeps wanting to like go away from me. What's going on with my stand?
Oh my God, we're back again.
We back? All right, cool. Everybody said we back. Nice, nice, nice.
Brothers, sisters, everybody say.
Bow, bow, wow, wow. There we go. Gather all of the dead over here. And by the dead, I mean...
Shut dead.
I just put them on. I just put Chibi Keanu next to.
Well, yeah, I'm taking the ones that didn't actually have real art beforehand, though. Where did the, where's the chemo one at?
It's here already.
Where at?
Chemo's here, like the old one.
Yeah. There it is. Found. Alright. All by myself.
Yeah, all by yourself. You did it.
100% completion.
Proud of you.
To completion. Apparently the last bit of audio was just me shouting break. That's amazing.
To the edge, and I'm about to break.
Okay. As get out of here, goth admin April. Get over there. Perfect.
Why goth admin?
Why not
It's a
goth
long
admin?
story.
Why not goth admin?
Somewhere along the line, you know, well, I just decided to become goth.
Hot.
Except that I don't want to commit to being goth.
Not hot.
Maybe one day we'll get Oscar art, but I think
It's
that.
me.
But
What
I
do you
think
mean? You
that
got
if
it right
we,
here.
I think that if we ever did get Oscar art, it would not be as good as this face.
Yeah, it's true.
There's
It's
nothing
me,
that can
Oscar.
get his entire character is just kind of defined by this one picture, you see. Goodbye, Oscar.
Oh, Oscar.
All right.
Oscar.
So now that we have everything together, we'll go over some of the changes in the tabletop if they come up. By the way, hold on, actually, permissions. Good. All right, I turned off table flip because they turned it back on for some reason in the other games, but they didn't in this game. That's really good, guys. I think we're about ready to start. Before we do, scrolling back into the thing, about 16 minutes ago, Typical Novice gave $20. It's 10 don't dice for Evelyn. Don't dice. We're not starting this shit again.
Stop.
Don't die.
We're not
maybe?
starting this shit again. Don't dice. I get it.
Maybe that's what it means.
I'm gonna give you
But
skitty
it's
dice.
a funny joke.
Yeah, don't start this shit again. I want her to die.
I'm getting you skitty inspiration.
Hey. It's been a while since we had some of those.
Janai des.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go.
Yay. Thank you.
Oh, don't die dice. Oh, on mine it says don't dice.
Oh.
I think it's because my thing is scrunched together a little bit.
We thought you were doing a pun, but in reality,
Sorry, Typical Novice. We assumed you were doing a silly.
We assumed you were
but
actually
it was Deco
clever.
who was the silly.
Why do you have? Oh right, you have forced smaspiration.
I do.
Why?
They will never get used. Because someone donated and we assumed they said aspiration, but they didn't, and we just never corrected it.
It was for what's her name back in the fire gym. The
Oh right, it was from Maria.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I went back and looked at it, and they said like they donated to get 4 inspiration, and we were like, "Do you mean smaspiration?" And they didn't respond in time, so we just assumed yes.
Ah.
So that's
Well,
why
there
I
it
have
is.
them.
We're not gonna fix it now. I mean, that's the
I mean,
the past.
we're too deep.
That's the past, boys.
We're too deep in this never gonna use these things I have game.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's up to you.
I think it is.
It is entirely up to you.
I feel like
My
that's exactly
confusion.
what it is.
It is entirely up to you. To be fair,
Just takes away control of Evelyn.
all right. I
This
think
is
I may
really
need to
fruity.
still make all of your guys' tokens go down by a couple of scales. And while I do that, who wants to say what happened last time? Don't everybody jump up at once.
Oh.
Heckin' we talked to a lady and like she was a bitch and we brought her to a cave and she somehow didn't get mauled by bears, but now Evelyn is.
All
and-
right, end the
And some
summary.
stuff happened before that, I'm sure, but I don't remember.
Does anybody remember?
Let's see. I remember that we were in this room where we had to, where we where it was like the remnants of a fight that happened.
You guys were in the gym room.
Yeah, there were like bodies everywhere.
Go on.
So nobody
Technically,
so
yes.
nobody remembers Joseph coming into the gym.
I'm
Nah.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
not done yet.
What do you mean it's always been here? He's
I'm
always
just
been here.
slowly remembering the pieces to get
My brain
The
was
way
not-
that it sounded like with the way everybody was going is just like, this happened? Question mark?
Yeah,
Confirm or
I'm
deny?
My brain was firmly
Yeah,
in the camp. Like,
I-
oh yeah, he's been there the whole time.
I think there was some sort of disaster that happened.
All right, so what
What?
happened
Thanks,
was...
there.
Emerald. Go, Emerald.
All right,
Go.
so what happened was we just got done fighting the witch. That was cool. We were all
Thank
resting.
you. That was
Everyone
the disaster I was talking about.
Yes. So, from there we were resting up. Some dude walked in, and it was our new boy. It's a new boy right over here, Jonathan.
He's there, the boy.
It's our
fucking
new
great.
boy.
He's part of the team now. We're very suspicious of him, and we still. What's her face? We found what's her face outside. She was fucking poisoned, so we had to take her to the Pokemon Center.
Oh yeah, he fucking came back with the bun bun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got the Bun back to her owner. That's
Mhm.
great. She had some bandages. That wasn't so great. Don't know about that. We go to the Pokemon Center. We heal up our Pokemon. We get the girl the help she needs. And our boy Jonathan fucking interrogates her like a goddamn champ. And we take her, and he takes her out to the caves. But me and Evelyn fucking follow her because we don't trust that shit. From there, the other group stays at the Pokemon Center and talks. And Keanu fucking sees fucking Alistair over here, or Adler. Fucking call him up for some reason and fucking head off to the fucking mountains. That's fucking not cool. They're gonna go after him. And now me and Evelyn
There
are
he is.
still over here at the caves. Evelyn's about to get fucking destroyed by a goddamn Ursa ring, while this bitch over here somehow got past him.
Mhm.
And now I'm just over here waiting for the fucking police to come. And there we go.
Varric.
That's what happened last time.
Varric.
Yes.
Varric.
Yes.
Respect.
I get this much respect. Wow.
As you guys had
Yes.
heard that
Holy
Evelyn
shit, did I
and
get that in
Varric,
just in time for the stream to fucking crash.
did it crash again?
What?
Oh, there we go. It didn't crash. It
Well,
just did a
fucking,
loading thing.
how dare you? You know I'm taking one of those away. I'm kidding. But just as you guys had learned that Varric and Evelyn had gone off to the south, you guys had saw that Adler seems to be going off toward the east, toward Mount Silver. You guys were trying to decide what to do. Were you guys going to try to head after Varric and Evelyn and then chase after the girl who went into the dark cave? I don't even think it's called the dark cave. I think it's like the rock cave. No, is it dark cave? I think.
Spooky Bear
I can't remember what it's called. Anyway,
Dark cave.
at this point, you guys know that either way, eventually you guys are planning on going into Kanto, and you in particular, Joseph, have reason to go off into Kanto. With all that being said,
Yeah,
I would like to
The
know.
hot new prizes.
Yeah, hot new prizes over at the fucking casino, man.
Game board.
Yeah. It's great. Gotta
They
get
were
those.
imported
Gotta
from
get triple
Owen.
volt orbs. Gotta get those triple volt orbs, man. Anyway, at this
Nice.
point, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to try to make your way over to follow Eris into the tunnel, or do you guys want to head off after Adler? We ended game off last time with something happening over with Evelyn. We'll get to that in a second. I want to know which way you guys are going to head first.
No, it's over.
Keanu 100% wants to go off to Mount Silver. Keanu, do you still want to wait for Evelyn and Varric to get here first, or do you want to head off to get them?
I mean, they were gonna go like what, let her go, and then they were coming back, right? So
Yeah.
I have no particular reason to wait.
Okay, you can wait. Or you don't have to wait. It's fine. You can do whatever you want to do, my dude.
Wait, who are we waiting for?
Oh, they're gonna be back, so like we can just call them. Because yeah, I was phoning.
All right!
they don't-
All right, you did call. You
It's
did
true.
call
Phone's
Evelyn.
here.
You were calling Evelyn because one of the last things that happened was her Poketch was ringing.
Yep. He's
Uh,
not picking up.
hey
Wow,
Evelyn, hey
Evelyn.
Evelyn, do you answer?
What's this fucking bear doing?
This fucking bear's looking like it's about to attack you.
She's not gonna pick up.
Okay, good. We'll get to you in a second. So,
Yeah, I guess she's busy. So if you just want to give her a call in a bit, I'm gonna go check that out and see if we can catch old Anaconda before he. I don't know. That's bad stuff.
Keanu is looking like he wants to start heading off toward the east of town. Does anybody want to go with him?
All right, see ya.
Reyna will go with
Yay!
I think I was heading somewhere, but I forget where.
you. You had came back to the Pokemon Center to let everybody know that the girl had been let go, and to let them know that Varric and Evelyn will be here soon.
Alright.
Again, Keanu just brought up though that that Adler was heading off to the east. Do you guys want to wait here for Varric and Evelyn? Do you guys want to head out toward Varric and Evelyn, or do you guys want to head off toward where Keanu is going? Those are the three options.
I'm a grunt. I don't make decisions.
I do handstands and fall.
Joker, look. We have.
Do I have to make decisions as a grunt?
There's one other person here who's she's not saying anything. April, what do you want to do?
Uh-oh,
this
Blue's
calls for-
breaking up.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought that was just
uh-oh.
me.
Yeah, he got a donation and he started breaking up. Oh no.
Jeez.
The nation is broken reality.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're here now.
Okay. Well, I got a donation. Thank you, Dark Lord Prinny, for making me freak out, apparently. Thank you for the 3,000 bits.
Heck
Varric,
yeah.
take these and take down Ursaring like you did with Tauros. Well, if Varric can get in there, man, it's first thing he'll do, probably.
He has to wait for the police.
I have to be the good boy who waits for the
3,
police.
4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Look at all those respect
The
inspirations you have.
Inspiration.
Look at all those respect.
April, do you want to head off? Where are you wanting to go? The three
let's
options are stay here and wait for Evelyn and Varric,
They'll be fine.
go after Evelyn and Varric, or go after Keanu, who's going off to the east of town.
Wait, where is he going?
He is going after Adler because he had told you guys he had saw Adler heading off to the east of town toward the mountains.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go fucking mountain climbing.
All right. I know you don't like making decisions. Grunt number 77. Do you want to stay here and wait?
Yeah, at the moment, I have no reason to follow anyone except for Sherry.
Okay. So Farfetch'd will go after April, as well as Chemo will go after April. Oscar will head off toward Varric and Evelyn because he's like, all right.
Alright, I see what we're doing. Alright, thank you, y'all.
And this is gonna be the stay here group, except Yaya is supposed to be staying with Keanu. So there we
Look
go.
at the happy family.
Perfect. Look at these three groups that are happening. All right, so Varric.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting things, man. While you're sitting out here waiting for Officer Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit after Evelyn makes her way into the cave, you hear what appears to be a large roaring sound come from inside, deep inside.
Well, I guess I gotta yeet myself into the cave.
No, I mean, there's no saying that Evelyn's in danger with this. I mean, you didn't hear Evelyn scream yet.
Wait for OJ. You hear in your brain.
I just want to know, did Evelyn yell out or anything whenever the Ursaring came out?
No, I mean, no, she technically hasn't yet.
Then yeah, Varric, you only hear the Ursaring roar. I mean, that could be anything.
I am not a moron. I have 6 intelligence. I'm running
You
in.
start. I don't know. You're saying you have 6 intelligence and you're running toward the
He
bear?
has
I'm
a 6
kidding.
in intelligence. He knows what he's doing.
Trust them.
My stats say I do.
Except actually, though.
My-
Can't say that I would know.
Not
The 6 intelligence has 0 in bravery. Run away!
I have -1 in bravery. Thank you very much.
We'll get to that in just a minute. You're gonna have to make some rolls in a second, but you start making your way into the cave. So, Evelyn,
Hi.
you don't answer the phone. This Ursaring has roared. It seems to be rearing back its claws outward over its head. It's looking like it's probably gonna come at you.
And
Why don't
the
you
cave is on fire.
why don't you roll me for your bravery, Evelyn?
Okie dokie. I'm gonna use a skitty
You have a pretty good bravery stat. You're pretty good.
She's about to get
but-
bared.
11. 11
Okie
and
doke.
18. All right, roll me one more d20 real quick.
Okay.
You're looking for something 18 or higher. That's a 1. Okay.
I really fudged that one.
Oh,
I clicked the button once and let it go.
As the Ursaring roars out, you look forward. You're like, well, that's a Pokemon, and I has the Pokemon, and I'm surrounded by the cute Pokemons. You should probably thaw out your Pokemons.
Probably. How do
I
get
will
to throw
say,
out-
you have enough time to toss out 1 Pokemon currently.
Okay. It's gonna toss out the shooter.
Gonna toss
So-
out Shooter.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Bring
bring
it
that boy
up.
over here. You toss out that Shooter boy. God, he looks big compared to your token now.
What's up?
It's like, God, he looks big compared to your token now.
Yeah, he does.
Before, it's like we could get away with it because they were chibi.
Yeah.
But now, it's like, ugh. Anyway.
Now she really can't ride
Ursaring's
it.
eyes grow red.
Let's go with Bam Bam. There we go. Perfect. It's perfect now. Anyway.
How dare you shrink my son?
He's just a
He's
shooter
more like
boy.
a star.
He's
He's not a
My star
specific
son.
stun.
my star child.
As Shooter comes out, Ursaring looks over toward Shooter. Ursaring's gonna decide which one it wants to attack before anything.
Listen, I think this is just a big misunderstanding. If you just let me pass through, you never have to see me again except the time I have to pass through. I think we're gonna be good.
Hold on.
So Ursaring's gonna continue to go. I need a speed roll from Shooter. We're getting into initiative here.
Just making a puddle ahead of time.
But what if she
Yes.
moves, Will?
Oh, right. Okay.
Don't forget like the tiny one for like the little dusty
What
boy.
shooter-
Oh wait,
Speed.
you can use inspiration for speed rolls, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 1 skid inspiration for that.
Use another skid inspiration.
I'll help you out.
That was a 9, I think.
Damn it, I fucked it up. Okay.
As neither of those were particularly great.
9
but
plus 6. Do-do-do-do.
15.
Go ahead and roll me another d20 real quick.
Okay.
You're looking for an 18 or higher?
Joker, look.
Oops.
We have no money.
Do-do-do-do. Cyan Gemini, give another $4. Says dice to the Padadu boy. That's me. Ah.
Yay, we're gonna die.
Padadu, Padadu. I don't have any NPC spiration, so I'm just gonna consider it spoop-spiration. Bam, bam.
Good. Now the bear can maul me with extra efficiency.
Let's just get all my spook
Extra
spiration over here.
scariness.
Let's just get them all here. All the spook
we go.
spiration, which are from the Spoots month event, coming from this month. It's fine. It
Last
works.
year's spook month.
It works. Just put them in the bag.
Anyway, yeah, there we go. I've updated
It's a
the
bag that's
hundreds
heavy.
of dice.
Give me your dice or
Dice are
else. Put them in the bag. It's fine. All right.
Oni-chan, put the head pats in the bag.
So that altogether for him was a 15.
15. 15.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put a 15 on shooter, where his speed should be. To do Earthring, unfortunately, will be going first. We only have the speed thing there just for him, just to make sure that if you bring in any other Pokemon, like Dusty, because Dusty
Yeah.
technically is out. You know what? Roll for Dusty, actually. Dusty is already out.
Okie doke.
That's the boy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put a thing into this. Because speed is pretty good for him.
Okay, that's going to be 14.
Yeah.
Ursaring will go first. Ursaring sees this giant rock floating there and is like, that's not the thing that fucking attacked my cubs and is pissing me off. Ursaring's gonna try to swipe at you.
I just think that you're blowing this way out of proportion, man.
Ursaring is going to
Bears, am I
attempt.
right?
We'd like to arrest you.
Ursaring is going to attempt to hit you. I'm putting a spook inspiration in.
Gym leader dodge.
15. That's this first roll. Let's roll the second roll.
I wish
So
I still had
15
that.
So 15 plus.
Why is
does-
Varric
does
tall
does-
again?
Oh, is he tall again? How dare you, Varric?
Change
Saving
your
my
fucking
ground.
keys.
I didn't do it. I literally did not do it. This is me hitting Alt right now. It's not increasing the size or anything. I'm just looking at the image.
Really weird how it always happens around you, Varric.
I didn't do it.
So, does a 25 hit your? Yeah. It does. Let's not worry about. Let's not worry about semantics here. You get hit on a 12. So.
Yeah.
As
It hits me twice.
this Ursaring, it does hit you twice.
Starting off great, y'all. Starting off, we're great. You're doing great. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm feeling
So,
it.
Ursaring is going to take a swipe at you, Evelyn, and upon taking that swipe, you and Dusty are gonna get sent flying back against part of the wall, and you will take
Double
2
swipe.
damage from this.
Oof.
And there's gonna
Good
be
thing
a
I
bit of
fucking
blood
beefed myself up a
splatter.
little bit last time.
You will take 2 damage from this. It seemed to more hit you than actually like slash you. You know what I mean?
No, no, it fucking slashed. Look at all this blood that just squirted out of them. Ugh.
As you hit the rock behind you, you hear a rip as you notice that part of your Fampi hoodie does seem to rip slightly.
Oh no! You hit a rock behind you? Okay.
Perfect. It's
That's the thing
perfect
she doesn't
rock.
know about.
perfect rock.
Hold on. Rocks need shading.
Art takes time.
As you get knocked back like
And
that,
this is the
Dusty
only sign they can do
looks
on this
up
map.
and Dusty's all like, I should help and stuff because I'm a Pokemans. But first off, Shooter, who do you want to tell to do something this turn, or do you want to tell someone to do something at all this
Oh damn it! Who beat me to the blood?
turn?
Shooter is big star boy.
You want to
he can do things.
he do things himself, or you want to tell
He
him
can
to
do things himself.
All right. He will do something. So let's go ahead and roll for what he will do. 18. I will say that is definitely enough for him to probably do a telekinesis. Because he would
Yay.
understand this thing is very much hard to hit.
Yeah. If comparably sized things are any indication.
The shooter's just like, yeah, no. Goes to levitate. It's going to be a -2 on its AC now for both its defense and special defense.
For 3 turns, right?
For 3 turns.
Gotcha.
As this Ursa ring gets lifted up, it starts roaring at you guys. Blah blah blah. Dusty's turn. Do you want to tell Dusty to do anything?
Look at this fucking slob of an Ursa ring, leaving all the bones on the floor.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Use the bones?
I
No.
don't think they would
No.
allow you to put my random bullshit into your attack.
Impale it.
But just in case, I'll get you like this. Whoosh. Oh, it just happens to be there.
Falcon's like she just has the JoJo lung condition where a punch makes her cough up blood. Perfect.
No,
She's
she
gonna
has.
tell
she
Dusty
doesn't-
to use hypnosis on it.
Ooh. That's gonna be going against special defense. You have to get within 5 of the special defense total. Go ahead and roll me special attack.
Okay.
As long as you get within
here.
5 of its or not within 5, blah, 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 blah. As long as you get basically within the amount that is there of it, so like 2 below or 2 below or 2 above, blah blah blah, stuff like that, then it'll work.
Mhm. that was
Just
a-
in case.
And this
Drawn
is
in
going to be a
time.
-2 onto it because of telekinesis. So you should have a good chance of it's not working. It's not.
Well, I used an inspiration for that.
Oh, you
I
did.
put
What
it
you
already,
used
yeah.
skid inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll again.
Come on.
That's pretty good. That's really good. That hits the Ursa ring. The Ursa ring's definitely going down from that. Roll me another dice. Nothing. Don't worry about it. All right.
I don't know what the fuck this is for, but I just keep failing.
Just don't worry about it. Oh, look at that sword. There's a legendary sword right over there. Just grab it.
I can call Zacian.
There's also a skull. Look at that. Oh.
After they find Evelyn's corpse, you just see like a little Teddy Ursa look up with just blood wringing its mouth.
You see a little Teddy Ursa blubbering in his mouth, wearing a skitty hoodie.
I was about to do
You
that.
see a giant wolf with a sword in its mouth and a bunch of bloodied bears.
As we go back up to the top of the order, I need you to roll me again for your bravery, because you are currently getting mauled by a bear. Oh wait, I forgot the Teddy Ursa's turns.
Oh.
Hold on, the Teddy Ursas are gonna do things.
Okie dokie.
Do.
Will they run?
Teddy Ursa won. Oh fuck, Teddy Ursa won. Teddy Ursa won nat 20s.
Oh, what's in Nat 20 on?
Teddy Ursa 1 is going to look at you, look at Mama Bear, look at its other siblings, and say, fuck this. And it's going to go off to the side. It wants nothing to do with this situation.
It Nat 20'd its yeet roll.
It just fucking said, nah, you know, I don't need to be here right now.
It's just gonna yeet and have some ice cream.
It's gonna just sit over here, and it's gonna, like, be out of its way of its mother and out of the way of any attacks that could come from it or from
Why
you.
is-
It's just not being here.
It's
Why
gonna
is
be an
Sans
ice
here
cream with
also?
a bone.
Do-do. Number 2. Oh, number 2's gonna attack.
Oh.
Number
I don't
2's
want to be attacked by babies.
Number 2's gonna look over toward toward Shooter, and it's gonna rile up its courage, and it's gonna look over at Shooter and look over towards you, and it's gonna look at you and go, and stare at you very intently as it uses Leer, and all your Pokemon's defense goes down. Your defenses go down by 1 each. You, Dusty, and Shooter. So now you get hit on an 11. You basically get hit no matter what it rolls.
Oh.
So don't worry about it. We'll just take away HP next time.
Good.
And Teddy Ursa 3.
Just
Teddy Ursa 3 is gonna do the same thing. Instead of
God
it,
damn it.
instead of it leering though, it's gonna go over and it's gonna go and it's gonna growl.
Fuck
Okay.
off, babies.
I guess since it's a growl, that's gonna put like a couple blood droplets from the nose.
As one of them leers, one of them growls, and one of them's yeet. I don't want anything to do with this shit. We now go back up to the top of the order, which again is for the bravery roll.
I will throw. I have to roll against being afraid of this thing that's asleep.
Oh, you're correct. You're correct. You're correct. It is asleep. I'll give you that. You are currently looking at two Teddy Ursas who are growling and leering at you, and a mama Teddy Ursa and a mama Ursa ring that's basically just on the ground.
Doing what it normally is doing.
What do you want to do, Evelyn? You know that beyond Ursa ring is where Happy is. Or you could try to get the
I
fuck
forgot.
out.
There's blood droplets from the claws.
Are you gonna keep going, mate? You're gonna keep
Yeah.
going? I'll kill
I
you.
think. Hmm. She doesn't want to fight these babies, man.
These
She
babies
doesn't
won't
wanna
fight
these
you.
guys and-
Well, maybe you should have thought that before getting your Spinnerack to go.
By the way,
inside.
I'm gonna say that this Teddy Ursa was the one you tripped over.
Okay.
Teddy Ursa 1 is the one you tripped over.
Which one?
Teddy Ursa 1 over here with the ice cream.
Oh, so they're bloodied up. Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't want to fight. She doesn't want to fight these guys, so she's gonna tell Shooter to come on, and she's gonna try to move deeper into the cave.
Okay. Shooter's like, yep. And he's gonna go with you. You guys
Sorry,
are
Barrick.
You guys go by the Teddy Ursa. They both growl at you and show their claws, and you are so intimidated by them. They don't get within they don't get within like, you know, any sort of like 4 feet or anything of you or anything, because you know they don't want to scare you too much and hurt you. You know, they're just trying to warn you.
Work on your war cries. You're doing really great though. As she runs away.
They'll get you.
You better not trip on the sword.
She killed our mommy. No, I'm kidding.
As their mommy snores.
No, mommy, you're dead.
The thing they've seen
As-
her do a
No!
million times.
Mommy
You're doing the big sleep.
As the mummy's like, what
That's
are you
what they think death is.
As the Ursaring's like, what are you talking about? And then it moves as suddenly it does that thing where now the slash kind of shows that the blood first.
It just fucking slides down as it was cleaved in twain.
We'll in another cave hole a month from now.
And this whole time, Ursaring thought they were alive as they look down and see that they're ghastly now.
Evelyn, you move forward. Again, you have a rip in your jacket now. Currently, there's a bit of a hole that needs to be patched up later if you're wanting to go fucking mountain climbing. But you start making your way further in. Varric!
Yeah, we're feeling it. We're feeling it. here.
Varric!
Yeah.
Oh hey, a rusty sword.
It's actually cardboard. I fooled you.
Varric, you come out from a bit of an area. As you do, you notice what appears to be a sleeping Ursaring, and you see that
Oh, he can see it just fine.
and you see that in its claws, there is a piece of fabric. There is a
Oh, that's the
there's
thing I know.
there is a piece of Fanpy hoodie in his claw
Why does Varric have night vision?
because he has really high perception.
I do have 6%.
Okay.
He has a 6. And I'm
Look,
guessing
I
he's
may
probably
be
he's
memeing.
probably going through with his Poke Gear out.
I may be
I'm-
memeing a bit, but I think there would actually be a blood trail.
Like, yes, I was gonna ask you if my Pokedex can. You have enough light so I can see in the cave.
Again, you have something bigger than a watch. You're good.
Yeah.
You aren't. It isn't like flash. You're not lighting up the cave, but you're able to see in front of you enough. As you just kind of like have the things out, like kind of shining in front of you, you see a sleeping Ursa ring, and you see again piece of a Fampi hoodie in it. This Ursa ring has killed your friend.
Just the trunk.
Oh no, my friend has been killed by an Ursa ring.
This is a big ass Ursa ring too. Also, there's two Teddy Ursa, and they're like looking at you, and I'm gonna have him roll. Teddy Ursa 2. Oh, Teddy Ursa 2. Okay, fine. All right. Teddy Ursa 3.
You thought it was Evelyn who would die today. Nay.
All right. So Teddy Ursa 2 has fucked off.
Yeah.
But Teddy Ursa 3 is staying right with its mom. Like, how dare you? You get away. He protect.
Yeah, he protect.
What do you want to do, Varric? You see a bunch of bones?
Do I actually see a bunch of blood?
Oh! I was acknowledging what I did.
It's
Oh,
all
you
canon.
Oh, it's all coming together now.
So it's like all this entire scene. You see a cloth. You see bones.
I mean, here's the thing. This is their den, guys. Obviously, they bring, like, Stantler or something back here to eat.
So is there actually blood on the floor?
There's
or
no
is
blood.
this Just okay. There's no
Wait,
blood.
From what you can tell. From what you can tell.
Double slash Ursa ring. Oh, from what you could tell. Okay, so it's just. Okay, that's fair, actually.
To be fair, like, again, blood on rock in a dark cave probably would just look like any other kind of liquid.
Yeah, and since it is in a cave, there wouldn't. The smell of blood, I feel, would mix with the other sense of a cave.
So, Varric, what do you want to do, my dude?
So
Fight
would
it
I be
valiantly?
able to- No, I don't want to.
Avenging your friend?
Eat the
I'm
shit out
gonna
of the
go with
babies.
my
Do
friend
it.
because I don't see any dismembered body parts over here, and you know the Earth.
look at those bones!
Just roared, and it's now fully asleep.
Yes, it is.
I don't believe a Pokemon that's this big would immediately fall asleep after having eaten a small child.
Oh, don't worry.
don't know,
You'll
I
have one more
feel
turn
like-
to see if it stays asleep.
I'm gonna go ahead and just go around the thing. 'cause
You
I
gonna
don't believe
try
my
to
friend
leave?
died. I don't want
And
to believe
wait.
my friend died.
Did you say you doubt it would fall asleep after eating a child? Have you not?
It
fucking-
just roared. There was. I don't believe that it would just immediately be asleep after just roaring.
You go by.
It took me a
Have
couple
you
minutes to
not
get here.
had a food coma before?
You go by
Oh,
you go
what
by
now?
Ursa Ring and Teddy Ursa. As you do, Teddy Ursa growls at you. Your attack goes down by 1.
Oh no, my attack. Oh no. It can't
The
go
three
down
of them.
any
It's
further.
actually really cool because the three of them had different things they could do. One of them had growl as their ability that they could do on their turn. One of them had leer as the ability they could do on their turn, and the other one had helping hand.
Oh no.
Oh.
But that was the one that first got out, so it was gonna help its mom and make its mom do double damage.
Hey, you know how it just growled at me and my attack went down?
Yeah.
Your attack went down, but it can't go any further.
Evelyn, you make your way forward through the cave. You see Sans Undertale and a pan and some sort of legendary sword. You know, a bunch of junk. As you make your way through, you're starting to hear the sound of running water again. Just getting away. You're trying to rush a little bit because let's be honest, you know that hypnosis probably isn't going to last too long. You can already hear something behind you. Like, obviously something's already moving. But as you hear the water up ahead of you, you find yourself kind of hitting a bit of a wall. In front of you, there appears to be 2 paths. One is heading off toward the sound of water. The other is heading off away from the sound of water. Where do you want to go? Unfortunately, because of your thing with the Ursa ring, you do not know which way the shiny like sparkle went.
She's gonna call out the happy. The happy. Does she hear? Does she get any response?
Go ahead and give me a expression. If you get high enough in the expression, I want you to do one more roll. I mean, let's be fair though, you'll get high enough on the expression. Like, most likely.
Especially because I put an inspiration into it.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, this
Do
one?
right here.
Yeah, I got a 26.
Where'd the other regular inspiration go?
The other regular inspiration I never used because that was for the bravery thing that you said that I didn't have to do.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You got 26?
Yeah.
As you call out for Happy. 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 She said happy. Happy? She said happy.
Joy Joy?
Does she like? Can she see anything with her tiny watch light around her?
You're shining around the tiny watch light. As you shine around the tiny watch light, you aren't catching anything. However, you hear once again the water kind of move around off to the left. Happy.
Hello. Voices of people or Pokemon I can't see. Have you seen a small little spinnerack around here?
Is she talking to us? Is it talking to us? I think it's talking to us.
Yeah, I'm talking to all of you.
Splash, 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 splash. There's some splashy noises. What do we do? I don't know. What do we do? What do we do?
I mean, you could just be cool and tell me if you see where he went.
What are you gonna do? Do you want to go toward the voices? Do you want to go away from the voices? Because currently you can't see what you're talking to.
The voices are the only lead she has right now, so I guess she'll go towards those. And then probably also be threatened with death.
You make your way off toward the voices. Like I said, if you got high enough on the expression, I want you to roll me something else. Go ahead and roll me just a straight d20.
Straight d20. Do it. Bam.
Neat. You make your way forward. As you do, you look around trying to see if you can find whatever seems to be making those sounds, whatever seems to be around here. As you do, you look into what appears to be a small little stream inside the cave. You see some shining lights in the stream. Looking down, you see what appears to be, with your watch. Actually, you're basically, there's no way you wouldn't get it, but I do need to have you roll it because you haven't seen these Pokemon yet. So go ahead and roll me Pokemania. You're gonna get it because these aren't hard, but every time that you see a new Pokemon, I have to have
I
you
feel
roll.
like I know what it is.
Dean,
You always get good rolls for this.
you see what appears
Not
to be.
always.
You see what appears to be 3 Goldeen.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what it was.
What would you think it was?
I thought it was Chinchou.
Nope. You see what appears to be 3 Goldeen. As you look at them, they seem to again give off a bit of shine with your watch, and as well as some of the natural light that's in the cave. You recognize this shine as potentially the shine you saw earlier, that you thought was Happy. As these Goldeen look up at you, it's here. What is it? I think it's a human.
Hi. Yeah, I'm a human.
What does it want? I don't know. What does it want? I don't know. I've never talked to one before.
I was looking for a tiny little spinnerack child that passed around here probably.
Spinnerack child. Spinnerack child? Spinnerack child. Don't see many
yeah.
Spinneracks.
He was blue with purple legs. He got a little smiley on his back. It's kind of hard to miss him. I mean, but it's dark, so maybe it is. But you guys seem pretty accustomed to living down here, so.
I haven't seen anything. Have you seen anything? I haven't seen anything. Have you seen anything? I've seen things. Oh, but I haven't seen anything.
What things have you seen?
You should have shut your mouth. I know I should have shut my mouth. I don't need your back sass. Should you tell her? I don't think we should tell her. Should we tell her? We told the last one.
Told the last one. Who was the last one?
Another voice came by. A voice came by. We told them where to go.
Was it a Pokemon?
We don't know. Do you know? Do they know?
I don't know. I haven't been here.
We shouldn't say anything. No, we shouldn't say anything. Yes, the last time a big noise came by. We don't need that.
I mean, I'm really worried about him. He could be in danger.
You'll probably cause another big noise. We don't need another big noise. The wave, it was horrible. I hit my head. But nothing happened. We didn't see anything. Yes, we didn't see anything.
It doesn't sound like they're lying.
100%. Like they're. One of them's already said that he saw something, and then they're like, we shouldn't tell them that we saw something, but we saw something. Should we tell them we saw something?
Oh, what if I gave you something? Like, what if we did like a trade? Like, I give you something, you give me something like that.
I don't think you'd have anything that we would want.
Oh, the street.
Well,
Hold on.
what give me something. Throw me an idea. What's something?
There's
you would like?
no way you would have anything the three of us would want. Yes. There's nothing you could even possibly have that we would want. It's foolish to even try.
She
Takes
Pulls
out
out
a
her-
pack of gum.
she'll like pull out some Pokemon food or like the Oran Berry or like she pulls out just like a bunch of things in her bag. Like any of these things?
They stop talking for a second. They look to each other. That's not fair. She has food. I didn't know she had food. Should we get the food? No, we shouldn't get the food. No, we've already made our stance.
I mean, you can have the food if you want it. As long as,
She
you know,
makes
you
a
tell me what
she
you-
makes a
what you
very
saw.
good argument. We could have the food.
Nice.
So when I show up,
They're just sitting here trying to get your food as you are kind of holding it out to them. Do you want to give them anything in particular?
I'll give them the some of the Pokemon food. See how they like that.
You want to drop some Pokemon food into the water?
Yeah.
They start going at it. They start going at it like fish do when you put little fish flakes down.
Okay.
As you break up little pieces of Pokemon food and you throw it in there, and then you give them a little bit. They start going at it. They're like, that's so good. Is that what? Do you have any more of that? Can we have a lot? Can we have a
Yeah,
lot more
sure
of that?
do.
Can we have a lot more of that? A lot more of it.
If you tell me where my friend went,
Your friend, the other voice.
Spinarak.
We've
Well,
only-
that too.
We only saw a voice. We only heard a voice. It was
Okay.
a
Well,
voice.
if you tell me what that was and where it went,
You won't
did
cause
they
any
say?
more noise.
I will try my best not to cause any more noise.
I think we can trust her. Yeah, she gave us
Unless
food.
I see
Of course
someone
we can trust her.
handsome on the way, if you know what I mean.
Of course we can trust her.
Stop.
She gave us food.
Stop.
Obviously we can trust her. Yeah, she's the greatest. Absolutely the greatest. All right, you. If you go down this path, we told the last voice that we heard something go this way. It went this way, and then afterwards we heard a big splash, and it was horrible. And my brother here hit his head when it was horrible.
Well, that doesn't sound too good. Did the voice like say anything?
Say anything. Yeah. After we told the voice about the noise, it just went after it. I didn't say much of anything. It didn't say anything at all. I thought it said something pretty. It didn't say anything at all.
Holds out more food.
The Goldeen is preemptively having its mouth open.
Gives
the
a little
Goldeen
more.
takes off its clothes.
She gives a little more, but not the whole
More
thing.
cloves.
You give a little bit more food to the Goldine. It's like.
Clearly, you've never fucked a Goldine Fomal.
It had
I'm
asked,
not. I've never fucked a Goldine.
the voice had asked if anything had came into the waters, and we said no. It went that way.
That's it. That's all they asked. That's, all right. You couldn't make out anything. You couldn't see him at all.
Wasn't much to make out. It's
Hmm.
very dark in here. And we couldn't even really see it. You're really tall. We couldn't see what the other voice was.
Hmm. Did it sound like high pitched and kind of like a child?
The three Goldine look to each other, look back to you. As they do, they open their mouths.
Gives more food.
They butter hard.
I'm gonna say that with the amount they are asking for, you would need one more Pokemon food.
Okay.
To,
Well,
to,
they each have
to go
like
for
a
each.
number of uses, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah. So she'll just put out the other one. She can buy more. It's not a big fucking deal.
There you go. 2 foods more than make up for what you've given them, I will say.
Okay.
As they eat the food, they look to you. Around that time, you hear footsteps coming behind you. Obviously, the Ursaring.
Did the Ursaring put on shoes?
Yes. Yes, it did. No.
Nike
Put on
specifically.
Nikes like the fucking Fomal art.
It appeared to have been it sounded like it was a smaller one, a smaller voice.
Oh shit, is
Okay.
it that Ursaring that made that demonic circle?
That's all I need to know. Thanks, you've been a big help. And she will look behind her since she's hearing footsteps now.
Well, Varric, you turn a corner and you hear something talking up ahead, while you hear footsteps coming from behind, Evelyn. The both of you ready your guns.
Just like pulls out Dusty and holds him like those cats in those fucking videos. Like,
The two of you ready to unload on whatever it is around that's coming around there.
Heat wave.
Poison sting. Oh.
But no, you see what appears to be a small light behind you, Evelyn. As you do, Varric, you come out from a part of the cave, holding your Pokedex out in front of you. You hear water running ahead of you. You heard the voice from before. It reminded you of Evelyn. It's very obvious whenever Evelyn is talking in this cave.
And you also hear Goldie, 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 Goldie.
You also hear Varric coming from behind what appears to be the rousing sounds of an Ursaring.
Oh, thank God I didn't stay.
Mm.
Evelyn, you over here?
Oh, Varric?
Yeah.
Are you? Hard
Yeah.
to see.
I know, I got the light.
Huh, I guess no one was here. I guess I should go back to the police station now.
Sucks to suck, but my friends would
I'm
have
playing.
killed by an Ursa.
What happened with is Officer Jenny with you? What happened?
Well, I heard a roar, and I could not just stay it out there. So I came in, I found the Ursaring asleep. Wanted to make sure that you were alright. I saw that it had a bit of your hoodie in its claws, so, you know, that's not...
Yeah,
It's
I have
not
to
very
get it
good.
fixed.
What part of the Goldine were you apparently fucking, Will? The mouth or the horn? The best part of Goldine is it could be both.
Okay.
Alright, I think
Let's try to keep comments down a little bit. Let's just focus on this scene, especially after that. So,
But I was just talking to these Goldine here, and they told me that I think Happy went this way. She points the way they were telling her about.
Varric, you shine your Pokedex down the 2 parts of the tunnels. You see that one of them seems to be leading upwards, while the other one seems to be following the stream. Evelyn seems to motion toward the path that follows the stream.
Alright then. If that's the way that they say that it went, then let's go check it out.
No, I'm worried about Officer. Now we got to call out to Officer Jenny again. She's not gonna believe us.
Well, Ursaring. Let's go.
Yeah. Come on, shooter.
You guys make your way down the path that follows the stream. Unfortunately, you see the stream stops here for some reason, but somebody put a bridge over it. You guys follow the stream as far as you can. As you do, I would like for the two of you to keep your eyes open. Go ahead and roll me for your perceptions.
I'm a perceptive girl. I'm gonna do a roll, and it's gonna be a 15.
Do I put 2 in? I have good and I have pretty
Actually, no, it's
good
gonna be
fucking
16.
perception. I'll only put in the 1, and I'll use the die that hates me, because, you know, I hate myself.
Forgot.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20 right there. Come on. Something. 9 plus 6, so 15.
The two of you are walking through, and as you guys do, for a second, Varric, your Pokedex seems to shine a little bit on something in the water. As you guys look at the water, you see what appears to be part of a shirt, like part of a like overshirt
Joker,
seemingly
look.
go by
We
in the
have
water.
more money.
Looking at it more carefully, since the two of you have both seen her, you see what appears to be Eris's like businessy jacket in the water.
Oh.
The whole thing or just a piece of it?
The whole thing, seemingly floating in the water.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe.
Which way did it flow from?
From the way you guys are going.
Alright.
I'll
Then we're
pick-
going the right direction.
I guess pick that up. I guess.
You reach into the water and you take it. You see that it does have, it does appear to be hers. You look at the inside of it. You like kind of open it up and look at the inside. There does appear to be a bee inside of it. Definitely hers. There is no question about it.
Okay. Is there anything else on? Is there anything else inside it?
Looking at it currently, it is way too dark for you to really see anything. But you guys also know that usually anything important disappears from them. And it already kind of happened that way with Eris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, she'll hold
whenever
on.
Varric had gone through her stuff, most of her stuff had disappeared.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
'cause
She just had an extra badge.
Unless magic, more the same thing that happens whenever like Pokemon disappear. Whenever you have more than 6 Pokemon in your party.
You're saying
Fucking
that's
traps
magic?
and technology.
Yep, traps and technology.
Goddamn traps and technology.
Ruining my
Yeah,
fucking day.
she'll hold on to that jacket, and as they keep moving.
You guys go a little bit more forward. As you do, you find what appears to be the end of this little strip of water. You find that the cave continues onward, but it seems to continue onward on the other side over here from where you guys are. But looking at the area where you're at, you guys look down and you see what appears to be looking over the side of the water.
Happy.
What appears to be a little happy boy.
She runs up and hugs him.
And with the little happy boy, no, I put it down here somewhere. Apparently I did not. Let's just grab a new one. No, I don't have it. Where it is?
What
We
is
don't have.
Is it in the bag? No, it's not in there. It's not a fucking Delibird. Damn it.
Another Ursaring.
Damn it. Fuck it. I'll just make a new one.
Feel my power. My power yet more bears.
You see something he seems to be sitting on.
Damn it! He got tall again.
Why? I didn't touch him.
I didn't fucking.
You're always around when it happens. Go away. You see that it seems to be sitting on something familiar looking.
Nothing about what I said changes. She runs up and hugs him.
You make your way over to him to hug him. As you grab him, you see that beside him and this slab of whatever this is, you see that there also appears to be a shoe. But you grab Happy and hug him. He goes,
sorry. I went as far as I could.
Oh, don't worry about that. I was worried about you.
I would have climbed after her, but everything's really wet around here, and I thought I would fall into the water.
You like went above and beyond what you needed to do. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
It didn't look very good whenever she went into the water.
How fast is the water flowing? Like,
it's not flowing horrendously fast, but you do notice that there is several like strands of string all over, like kind of around this area. It seems like he was just rapidly shooting string shot at her as fast as he could. Again, you see a shoe sitting beside of him, as if it either had fallen off of her or something when she had fell in. It seems to be all stringed up as well. He does motion, however, to the other side of the water where the cave continues. He just kind of like motions his little feeler arm. He's just like,
she kept going that way.
Okay. Yeah. She's just gonna hug him tighter, though. It's like, you shouldn't run off like that in a dark cave.
I'm sorry. You had said to go after her.
Yeah, I should have been more clear. I'm sorry.
Varric's just sitting here.
Spinner rack.
Gosh, I wish I could understand.
Gosh, I wish I could read.
Hi. Hi, I'm Barrick. I'm 19 and I never learned how to read.
I look away for a second, and we're doing Breaking Bad now.
So he just seems to look back at you. He crawls over at you. Unfortunately, if you want to continue down the cave, he does motion to where you guys could keep going. The water seems to be coming from a hole in the wall, a little bit away from where you guys are. The cave keeps going further in if you guys would like to continue in, or you guys could turn back. At this point, you guys are a pretty decent way into the cave, but behind you is an Ursa ring, so nobody would like really call you out if you decided to not go that way. But there was another path down behind you guys you could take. What do you guys want to do?
Well, first of all, Evan's gonna take the plate thing and the shoe.
You take the plate thing and the shoe.
I take them both, yes.
Maybe leave the shoe, at least. I mean,
that's Evelyn's shoe now.
I don't.
Well, I was thinking maybe like, I don't know, if like we could try to like search for using like scent and stuff or something.
I don't know. At this point, I think we might need to cut our losses and just try and head back, except not directly towards the Ursa ring.
I mean, yeah. Even if we don't do it, though, maybe like Officer Jenny could with like a Growlithe or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, I guess she'll just put those in her bag. And so you think we should head back?
I think that'd probably be for the best.
You got to deal with. There's still the Ursa ring.
Let's try to head down that other path and see if that leads out anywhere close to the city.
Do you guys want to try to head back?
Sure, I guess.
You guys start making your way back. As you do, you hear the more and more you come back, the more sounds of frustration coming from further ahead of you.
We were going to go down the other pathway, right? Like,
you have to get back to the way you came first.
Yeah, we got to get back.
Oh,
to
right.
You have to get back to that crossroad first.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The more you head that direction, the more you hear the sounds of a disgruntled anger coming from the Ursa ring further into the cave. By the time you guys get back to the Goldeen are no longer there. They probably, did not like the sounds of an angry Ursa ring. But you guys get to the point that splits off toward the other road. I'd like for the two of you to roll me for your just roll me a luck.
Oh.
Straight
Oh.
d20. You
Oh,
can,
boy.
you can put whatever you can put
The
things
both of
into
us
if you
can-
want to. Yes.
I can.
Put a point of
All right, I'm
inspiration
gonna put in. I'm also putting 1 inspiration to it because I have 0 luck.
Oh, well, that was a 10 total for the best one.
That's a 14. And
You,
next.
you put an inspiration, by the way, Evelyn.
Yeah, I put a skid inspiration.
All right, roll me one more time.
No, I just did. I rolled twice.
Oh no, roll me
It
one
was
more
a
time.
9. It was a 9 and then a 1.
Yeah, this is different. Roll me one more time.
Oh, okay.
And what did you get, Eric?
The first roll was a 14. The second was a 12. So
Okay.
14.
You guys move further in, and as you guys get to the crossroads, showing the Ursa Ring, or the path where the Ursa Ring would be, and the other path heading upwards, you guys turn to go into that path.
Oh.
Is
Is there a sleeping Ursa ring, or is that the same one? Is that an angry one?
he's not saying anything.
Is it, or is it like a gyrating one?
Oh,
Is
God.
it doing like a little shimmy, like an angry shimmy? I'm waiting for God to describe
Hold
it.
on. What do you mean the map has become a mess? What are you talking about?
Nah, the map is beautiful.
There we go. There we go.
Why are you still drawing blood,
There
dude?
we go.
Oh, I stopped a while ago.
There we go. This Ursa Ring stops and looks at you guys, and then zeroes in on Evelyn. It lets out a ferocious roar, and I would like the two of you to roll me for your bravery.
Could I have said hypnosis to Dusty before this happens,
You
or no?
cannot. That's why I'm having you roll
Okay,
bravery.
Okay.
So
okay.
anyway, I have -1
Oh.
bravery, so you don't blame me for using 2 inspiration on this roll.
Gotcha.
Inspiration. Oh, so
that's a nat
close.
20.
Hey. So.
I was so close to getting that.
Goodbye.
So what did you end up
Thanks.
getting? You got an 8, right, Evelyn?
Mine was, I think, I forget. The first roll was like, I forget what the first roll was.
I think it was an 8 and an 8.
Was it?
I think so.
Yeah, 8's probably the highest one, regardless. Fucking 11.
Evelyn, you kind of look at it for a second, and both Dusty and Happy kind of freak out for a second in your hand. So you like kind of grab at them, look up, and Varric just kind of grabs your arm, and you guys start fucking running off.
Fuck. Fuck this.
Varric, as you
There, I
grab
cleaned it
Evelyn, as
up.
you grab Evelyn's arm and start running off, the Ursa Ring roars behind you guys and starts basically going for a charge. I need the two of you to roll me for your speed if you're not standing your ground. If you stand your ground, that's fine. We can roll for your Pokemon speed and get ready to fight. What do you guys want to do?
No, I'm running.
Speed?
Dex, I mean, for
Dex.
you guys.
Dex is 3. Let me go ahead and, you know,
That's
I'm gonna be a little
15.
bit. I'm just gonna use 2 here. So I don't want to, die. So it's a good
Freeze
start.
frame
At the fif-
cutaway, and Nurse Joy shows up and gives us a lecture on the speeds at which Ursa Rings can run.
11. For the final. Okay, so 15 was my highest. So 15 plus 3, that's 18.
You guys start running off in the direction of the opening of the cave. As you guys do, again, you're kind of running down the same way that stream is as the Ursa Ring is running off behind you guys. The Ursa Ring seems to turn and move through this cave almost as if it fucking lives here, with very good
Absurd.
precision. Unfortunately, it does look like it's starting to catch up with Evelyn. As the Ursa Ring is there and basically is attempting to go and slash outwards, I'm going to go ahead and give one defense opportunity to Shooter because it's a lot harder for it to hit Shooter than it is for it to hit you.
Okay.
Shooter is basically going to try to get in the way of it attacking you.
Okay. My beautiful star child.
I mean, it doesn't hit him. It rolled really low.
What about
Does
minus
it
one?
hit somebody?
Huh?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
Oh, I said, does it hit me?
No, he
Oh,
blocked.
okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It doesn't get through
So
his
it just, like,
defenses.
So it just like raked across his shell
Yep.
and didn't do anything.
It got a 17.
Oh.
As it rakes against Shooter, Shooter's defenses are more than enough to make up for it. However, Shooter does go flying a little bit forward upon getting impacted by the Ursa Ring. You guys run forward, and Evelyn, since you have a second and you were not hit, I would like you to roll me one final time for your perception, please.
Heckin', I'm gonna put 2 inspiration into this.
Putting 2 in.
Yeah.
Okay. First roll.
That's a 7. That's an 18.
Second roll.
14. That's a 19.
And
then-
third roll.
Yeah.
Okay, roll one more time.
Is this a thing I can put inspiration into
No.
or no?
No.
Okay, I figured.
Okay.
Damn it!
What? Don't worry about it. You might have made it. You might have made the roll. Who knows? You didn't. But
You said I needed an 18.
I didn't
so
say
fuck off.
anything like that.
You said that multiple times.
As you guys are rushing away, you guys find that the Ursa Ring is unfortunately catching up to you guys very easily. As this happens,
this is bad. Oh, yes, this is really bad. Oh, there's no way they can get through this. I mean, they could.
Evelyn, you get distracted as you hear talking.
Okay.
Beside of you, in the stream, there appears to be 3 Goldeen.
Mm-hmm.
As they're going into the stream, they seem to be heading off toward a hole in the wall. Upon doing so, yep, there seems to be a hole in the wall that the water is going into. As they are doing so, you have rolled pretty good on your perception. You see that there appears to be some light coming from the hole.
Oh, how big is the hole?
It's it's just where the water is running into. It's big enough. It's pretty
Big enough.
it's an okay hole, I guess. You know, I mean, I've seen better ones. There's probably like you could probably do some fixing on it, make it a little bit bigger or smaller. Maybe
Do I
make
have
some
to
cushion.
crawl through the space? Is what I'm asking.
Why you need to crawl through anything? The water's going in there.
All right, Varric, we should probably go this way.
Oh, which way?
This way. Points over this way. It starts like dragging him by the hand now.
Oh well, I can.
Evelyn, do you want to jump in the water?
I mean, the light's coming from that way. Is there light coming from any other way?
You guys do know that eventually you'll probably reach light going through the cave this way, but you could also go down the streamway. What do you guys want to do?
I'll follow her lead if she could put away her Pokemon so they, might need to be a thing that happens.
Ridiculous.
no.
Let's go.
Yes. At least
She's
mine-
ridiculous. Let me
first of
take
all-
my fire type and rock type into the water.
How deep is the water?
It's just like the other side of the stream where like the water was rushing out from an opening. This is rushing into an opening. It's mainly underwater.
Like if I were to stand in the water,
You'll have to go
how
into the
high would
water.
it go?
We will have to be.
Okay.
If you were in a dark cave, you have no idea.
with the Pokedex to light things away. That's hopefully waterproof.
It's not like a door. It's like a thing you have to go under.
That's why I said it was a hole.
Well, that's why I was asking for fucking specifics.
Excuse me for not giving you
let's
specifics
go.
when you're getting chased by an Ursa Ring. I want to know: do you want to go into the stream or do you want to go down the regular way? You know the regular way will get you out. Is all I'm saying.
Then let's fucking go the regular way.
Okay.
Alright.
Never mind.
I was just asking. You decide to ignore the light coming out from the stream. You guys rush forward. I need you guys to roll me for one more speed, or one more dex, I mean.
One inspiration is gonna go into this one. That's a 7 for the first, and then
You'll need more than a 7, probably.
11 plus 3?
Plus 3, that's going to be a 14. And what'd you get?
I got a 16.
I will roll for the Earthring speed. The Earthring has a 6 in speed. It got a 2.
Ooh.
Ah, a 2.
The Earthring
dead.
attempts to go after you guys. However, you guys rush forward as fast as you can after the whole grabbing of Varric and like pointing off to the side. It had its own things going on. Like its kids were like yelling at it for more ice cream. You know, it had its own things it had to take care of during that little interaction you guys had. So as you guys are speeding away from it, it seems to try to be catching up, but you are getting some distance on it. As you guys keep going in that direction, you are past the area where there is water. You do see the exit coming up. I need you to roll me one final speed roll. If you get this, then you guys will get away from the Ursaring. It may chase you outside the cave, but we'll have to see. Did you just try to drag all of yours?
That's a 19.
It looked like Varric tried to grab, or it looked like Emerald tried to grab all of his inspiration for a second.
No, I was counting them.
You got a 19?
Here we go. Here's the first roll.
And Varric is going to get
15 is the first. And then... So 15 plus dex. So 18.
Like I said, this thing has a 6, so we'll roll for it. I could be mean and put inspiration into it.
Do it, you won't.
I put 4 I'm kidding. Didn't need to. As the Ursaring rushes after you guys, Evelyn, you are being a bit faster than Varric currently. Varric, the Ursaring rushes forward and is going to attempt to attack you. And by attempt, I mean it's probably just gonna hit you because it is an Ursaring, and you does a 24 hit you, Varric, with your 0 endurance.
See here, what does my endurance say here? I have 0 endurance.
AC is 10.
I mean, you know.
You guys aren't supposed to fight Pokemon.
You're not supposed to fight Pokemon.
If you had a -2, would that like decrease it to 8?
You guys aren't supposed to fight Pokemon.
Our stats are not for fighting the Pokemon.
Pokemon are intent on fighting us, it seems.
Ours is for social interactions and skill checks.
You will take half of your health and damage.
Jesus Christ.
Just like before, the 2 damage. As Varric gets flung into the wall. Varric, you guys are so close to leaving. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to try to run, or do you want to stand and fight Varric? What do you want to do?
Run.
You want to try to get up?
I'm gonna try to get up.
All right, go ahead and roll me that dex, my dude.
Come on, the dice that hates me, don't hate me now.
What would happen? What would happen if
6?
this Ursaring fucking just mauled you, Varric? That'd be interesting. You know what? You don't have to roll anymore. Just take the loss, Varric.
It'll be fine. One of my Pokemon just pop out when it wants to.
Just take the
you know,
loss,
like in the
Varric.
anime, because I can sense danger.
Just do it. Scar Evelyn for life and plague her with guilt.
Oh! What was the first roll?
It was a 7.
7 plus your dex.
Mm-hmm.
So it needs to get a 4, Varric. It needs to get a 4 to be able to go after you.
Yep. You know, I didn't think that this is how I'd die.
It got a 4, Varric. And by that I mean it got a 4 times 3. You see.
Whoa, a 4
Oh.
times 3.
I thought you were saying it got just a 4. Like it just met the requirement.
I
of
will
fucking
say,
murder.
Evelyn,
Huh.
at this point with Varric trying to get away from the Ursa Ring, it doesn't seem like like running away is too much of an option currently. You can keep trying.
I mean, if Varric's in trouble, she's not gonna just leave.
Nah, get out of there. Fuck
No.
Varric.
Fuck. Fuck this bear. Fuck this yogi ass motherfucker.
Fuck this guy who came in because he heard a bear and tried to save his friend.
Roll
and
me
she's all
for
right.
your
Oh, man.
bravery. If you get the roll, Evelyn, I'll let you do a move before we go into turns.
Roll to not piss yourself. Go.
Inspiration, which I already put into the pile. Ow.
Which inspiration was it?
It was a skid inspiration. It was this one.
Oh, okay. Roll me one more time. Okay. So
I don't like that you asked that question before you asked the other question.
Evelyn, you turn back around. What was the highest roll there?
It was fucking like I think like a 8 and a 10 or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't think they were fantastic. You turn around. As you do, you get ready to go. You have your 3 Pokemon. You have to hope that you get above the Ursa Ring's speed here. I need you to roll for your 3 Pokemon. They have to
Okay.
see who goes first, man. If the Ursa
Rolling
Ring
for
goes
Dusty.
first, the attack is going at Varric.
I am rolling for Dusty.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
That's
26.
pretty good.
Now for I should probably write that down first.
Hey.
Can someone get that on his thing for me, actually?
What?
26. And now shooter. 17.
And
And now
Happy.
What's his speed? 19.
So 2 of them got past his AC.
Or his speed, you mean?
Yeah, speed. My bad.
Yeah.
2 of them got past his initiative. As you turn around, you see Varric about to get mauled by a bear, while 3 cute Teddy Ursa cheer on their mother's back. Like, yeah, maul him, kill. They don't say that. But while Varric is just about to get attacked, I believe it's going to be first Dusty's turn.
No, it's just.
Let's go, man. Roll that special attack. Again,
Okay,
it has to get within. It has to get within.
Desperation.
Desperation. Look at that.
Yeah, it is getting desperate.
If it gets at least 2 below, we should be. Oh my God, you are so good at these. Dusty is really good at hypnosising people.
Yeah.
So I want you all to picture this for a second.
Okay.
This bear, its claws outstretched, its maw wide, its teeth like out in a big snarl. It reaches back, about to swipe down and murder the absolute fuck out of our tiny small boy. And then just falls and skids against the ground as it falls asleep for the second fucking time.
They need to focus on the REM cycle, man.
Oh,
Go back
As
to
it
hibernation, that's
slams down into the ground, the 3 Teddy Ursa getting a startle as they're like, ah.
important.
it's
But
like
the
crushed
worst
under
part
its
is
weight.
right now their dream is them waking up, them falling asleep again and waking up.
So next turn is Happy. Do you want to start attacking the Ursa Ring, or do you guys want to leave?
I don't think let's just yeet. I think let's just get the fuck out of here.
You should have done that sooner.
It kept gaining, now it won't.
Well, let's go before it wakes up.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Oh.
You
on,
guys,
shooter.
you guys rush out from the cave. You guys weren't that far away. You're gonna be able to get out before the 2 turns. It's guaranteed to have to sleep. These guys growl at you and leer at you and clap at you, but they don't do much else. You have made
Admires
your
the
way
kids.
out of the cave.
Hey, we did it.
You did
Congratulations.
it.
You did it! Yay!
Congratulations.
As you guys-
Congratulations.
As you guys make your way out of the cave, you see that, like, up toward the city, a Nurse Choi is walking back toward the city.
And Officer Jenny.
Yeah,
Oh, Officer
that
Jenny.
way. You guys rush off toward the Officer Jenny. I'm guessing, again, you guys are going to bring up the girl, since, again, you already told her basically everything over the phone. At this point, do you just want to tell her that she's in the cave, or?
Yeah, I tell her everything that like she apparently fell into the stream and floated down in a particular direction and all that stuff.
Oh no! Again, Happy said that she went on further into the cave, past the stream.
Oh, she ran it. I
Yeah.
thought at the end of last session she fell in, and that's
She
what he was
did.
describing.
She fell in, but again, she just kind of got
She
up.
got back out.
Yeah,
Oh,
which
okay.
is why you guys found her jacket in the water, but you didn't find her.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. She basically just like, in order to get like all of the string and stuff like that off of her, she just kind of like tossed it off of her and kept going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess she will also hand Officer Jenny the jacket and the shoe and be like, "These fell off."
Here's
You
the
know,
jacket and the shoe. Have your Growlithe sniff them. And she's like, I have a Houndour. And she's like, well,
And then-
fucking do it anyway. I'm kidding.
We also mentioned, the probably gonna be very angry Earth Ring.
Yeah, there's a real there's a real angry bear inside, like 2 feet inside. So
Oh, I'm sure it was more afraid of you than you were of it.
Look at my back.
sure.
Not to my back. We were running from it.
All right, I guess it's time to fucking put the Ursa ring down in front of its children. Let's
Oh,
go.
no, don't
I'm
do
kidding.
that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's why I didn't want to
But no,
fight it in the
You
first place.
tell Officer Jenny about the Earth ring, which is good because again, you didn't want her getting attacked. As you guys explain everything to her, she leads you guys back to the city, and you guys are done with your little excursion adventure.
Yay, everyone in
the
America
rescue
adventure.
happy arc is complete.
Did you get us t-shirts?
I feel bad too, cause like, I mean, I didn't think about hypnosis. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you in the beginning. So I had actually made this encounter to where, depending on if you guys defeated it, there actually was stuff in the nest area.
Oh, well.
But it's fine. There's plenty of Ursa Ring in Mount Silver. We'll see what happens there.
Plenty
You
of
get into a
fish.
particularly
in the
icy
sea.
bit. We find a bear tick with a bunch of cub chew.
Just it's the same encounter, but it's a bear tick and some gumshoe. It's the exact same thing.
It's different, guys. It's different.
You know what? Let's also do it with the Pan-Chan or whatever they're called.
Just have like every bear encounter just be a different bear
With 3 cubs.
with 3 cubs.
And then the final one
Like
has...
a beware with 3 stuffle. And
You
can
guys
see
are-
it's like, "Mommy."
You guys make your way back toward the Pokemon Center. Oscar finds you.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Oscar did not have anything to do during that entire bear thing. I was gonna have you roll for luck if you guys were fighting the bear to see if he showed up, but you never
that why
fought the bear, so
Is that why I had to keep rolling?
that was one. Who knows? You guys eventually make your way back over toward the Pokemon Center. However, Keanu, April,
Yeah. Hello.
you guys eventually would be making your way after where Adler had seemingly tried to head off from, but from again what you guys had saw of him, he seemed to definitely know that you guys were in the Pokemon Center whenever he did those things. You you guys head after the area that he started heading to. Let's get out of this thing. We don't need this anymore. Get out of here. It's gone. You guys start making your way off toward Mount Silver. Away from the city itself, looking up off into the very hilly mountainous region that's off to the east of Blackthorn City. You notice first off that there's not much of a trail off in this direction. It seems as if people do make their way up the mountain occasionally, but not in any large capacity. It seems that things are just kind of easier to send things around the mountain than up through it. So they probably, send their stuff down toward New Barktown or down toward other places to go around Mount Silver. But hey, that's fine. You guys are going up into it. The quickest route to Kanto is a straight line. It's fine. But as you guys start making your way off toward the direction you guys saw Adler heading off to, Keanu and April, I would like for the two of you to please give me a perception roll as you guys start making your way into this forest.
Okay, alright. Starting off great.
I don't think they need a perception roll to see that they're trees.
19 plus 25.
For a second, I'm like, actually 25, and like, no. That's just your roll is a 25.
Yeah, the power creep in this game got pretty extensive.
What is this, 3.5? But no, altogether 25 is definitely enough. The four of you plus Pokemon start making your way up into the trees. Upon doing so, Keanu, as the lead harem protagonist of this group, you make your way again, just trying to like keep an eye out for Adler, trying to see if there's any such things that could potentially lead you toward him. If only there was some way to track this guy. As you look around, like, oh, and you look onto the ground, there appears to be a small piece of paper, quite plainly attached to one of the trees along the trail. It seems to have a emblem on it of a large bee with a crack down it.
Guys, there's a weird 13 here.
Can I check?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess you could definitely see it that way.
Says E free. It doesn't say 13. It says E free. To see it right here. E.
Yeah.
And then free.
By the way, a couple minutes ago, before I forget even more, because I feel bad, because that went on for a little bit and I didn't hear any of the updates. But I believe a little while ago, Arad gave $2 to Did I Miss the First Player Death? Inspiration to Eric's new character. So I'm just going to give that to Skid Inspiration. He then said, Blue, we're keeping your channel safe. You should be thanking, nay, encouraging us. Inspiration to Will. All right. So that's going to be 1 to Will, 1 to Eric. Thank you very much, Arad. Burnt Berries gave us about 7 to 10 minutes ago. Says, I personally like Ursaring, but that one was being an asshole. Says, congratulations to Evelyn and Varric for getting away from it. It was $20, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that's going to be 5 for each of you. Unless I am told differently. And then Burnt Berries, another $10, says, I don't remember if our favorite Rattata is still in jail, so here's some Ratspiration. Again, any inspiration to Jonathan is just basically going to Joseph, so...
Yeah,
the Joe-spiration.
We'll just consider it part of the Joe son bloodline.
2, 3,
It's a whole
5,
thing.
and
I also love the addition to his sheet. Phone.
2.
Thank you for helping
that was
adjust the face claim.
I will assume.
Wait, what was me?
I will assume.
I'm
By the
assuming
way,
that this was you on his
What was
sheet.
me?
On Joe.
Yeah, it
Joseph's
was me. Yeah.
even though these are going to be things you can use for both of them, I am going to separate Joseph and Jonathan's inspirations just because we separate everybody else's, so why the fuck not?
Just have him be JoJo's inspiration.
But again, you can use either one of these.
I just now saw. updated fucking thing.
Hmm?
Hona just is cutting Joseph now.
Oh.
yeah, I added blood.
Why?
To
Anyway,
make
Hey,
it
don't
more-
look at me, bro. Don't look at me.
I'm the one that added the blood.
so anyway, before I forget, here's Evelyn's.
Maybe I shouldn't be adding too much blood to stuff.
2, 3,
People might
4,
get the
5,
wrong
and
idea
6.
about me.
There we go. Thank you guys
So
very
much
much for the donation. Sorry I've not been able to hear them. I don't know why the notifications aren't going in my ears. Hopefully you guys can still hear them in the stream. But it could be because I have headphones on and it may be coming out of a different speaker, like in my OBS. I don't know. But with that being said, you find this weird 13 letter on a very clear path in the forest. As you find it, you tell them about the weird 13. Wonderful.
Yeah.
As you guys get the weird 13, do you want to try to open the letter, Keanu, or do you want to? Or do you want to try to open it?
Ace Detective Keanu is on the case. That
Keanu!
means opening things he finds.
Keanu, you open up the picture. As you do, you find what appears to be a photograph. It appears to be
Look
that
at
of a, it
this
appears to be that of a Pikachu.
Oh, guys, look, it's a rat.
It appears to be the picture of a Pikachu and inside of a forest of some sort. As you see the Pikachu, you see what appears to be a small antenna, a little bit further on into the forest, sticking out from one of the trees. And looking at that antenna, looking at the antenna, Keanu, it reminds you a little bit of the things you found in the old rocket base, the ones that were connected to the thing over at the Lake of Rage.
This is like, I guess, one of the screamy machine things that makes all the Pokemon shoes off.
Seems like it.
All right, well, that sucks. But guys, look at this Pikachu, though.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
You show
liking
you
the
show it to Chemo, and you show it to April, and you show it to Reina, and Reina's like, "Oh, Pikachu." It's like, "Oh, it's so adorable." But you know, then there's like Chica. But yeah, you get that from where you were at currently. You're not sure why it's there or exactly where it's at, but it appears to be a forest that has Pikachu in it. What would you like to do with that information, Keanu? Would you like to keep going? Do you want to take that and bring it to somebody who might know more about it? Do you want to keep wandering aimlessly into the woods?
I mean, that sounds exciting.
That third one seems really tempting.
Yeah, that's really exciting for me. I don't know about you.
I'm gonna roll a dice. If it's even, then it's that thing. If it's odd, then maybe I'll phone somebody. To the woods!
To the woods we
You
go.
just
around here
nat
somewhere.
20'd. You just nat 20'd recklessly walking into the woods. Congratulations.
To the woods we go. You guys want snacks?
It's gotta be around here somewhere. There's trees in this picture. There's trees here. Unagi.
You continue making your way through the forest. You guys again start having to actually go between different swarms of trees and things. The trail, quote unquote, here is definitely not anything that is made for a group larger than yours currently. It would take quite a bit for like your old group, like your main group to go through this area with any sort of speed. But as you guys head further in, you find yourselves at the apex of one of the large hills in this area. Looking forward over toward the large imposing mountains of Mount Silver, you can see that there does appear to be a slight bit of smoke coming from the very top of the mountain. Not like volcano smoke or anything, but there does appear to be like a slight trail of smoke way far up into the mountain.
Why'd you make me big, Blue Hand?
Did I do that?
Yep.
How would I have done that? I don't even know how to do it.
I'm just probably gonna take away the states thing soon.
That's probably a good idea.
So it was him the whole
so
time.
It was
And
you.
I'm
It's happened sometimes without the blue hand, Emerald. But as you see the slight trail of smoke coming up from the mountain,
That's what it is.
you see looking downward, down the path you guys would need to take to go further toward Mount Silver, what appears to be a bit of a larger trail. It seems to be more of a natural trail. It's, again, not something that carriages or cars or anything like that would go over. As you look down toward it, though, would you like to roll me for your perceptions once more? You could either roll perception or understanding, April and Keanu.
Okay, thank you for the information. I will now continue to roll perception because my understanding is sad.
That's perfectly fine. Keanu, not one,
that's,
so.
14 plus 4, like 18.
So Keanu's like, ooh, but
And you're
but
like, oh.
But
Oh.
April, you look down toward it as you kind of get a weird vibe from the trail that's over off in that direction. It's a little bit away from the forest, but again, it looks like it'd be a little bit quicker to get to Mount Silver from if you were to take it.
Yeah.
But from what you can tell, it was probably made by a very large Pokemon.
Oh boy. Do I fear God today?
You always
It's
do.
still
Do
a
it
bit
anyway.
it's still a bit far away. You guys won't be able to get to that point until like maybe nightfall, no matter
Mhm.
what. So like going back and getting the others is probably better than actually just rushing there right now. But you do know that you would have to choose. Like your party would have to choose between going to that area or staying in the woods. The woods being slower, but not with a giant Pokemon trail.
That sounds like fear. That sounds like fear you're spouting off.
I'm just saying, man.
You're a coward, Nico. Always were.
Okay, information taken in. I am
Okay.
ready to do nothing about it.
Do you guys want to continue down, or do you guys want to turn back for your friends?
I mean, I'm just gonna turn to
Just-
Kiana and be like, "There's probably like a really big Pokemon that way. You sure you want to keep going that?"
Just
What do you
give up and go to Sinnoh.
I mean, look at that trail, right? Yeah.
I don't see it.
You
It's
see
right
the
there.
trail. You just didn't. You just didn't.
I don't see anything.
You're- Kiana, it's right there.
You know what? You did not one. So like maybe there's like a couple of leaves in your eyes or something.
He's just holding his hands over his eyes. I don't see anything.
You just see that fucking little yeah is just floating in front of your face, but you're not making like any sort of effort to go around him.
There are Zubats in woods, so he's been covering his eyes this whole time.
Whichever way isn't a cave.
Just take off your fucking cucumbers from your eyes.
Oh, that path. I mean, we could go the other way.
I mean, we could. I'm just saying we could just keep going if you're not worried about really big things coming our way. I personally don't care.
Like, what kind of big things?
Big Pokemon, most likely. Maybe
like
a
a big
really
Pikachu?
maybe a really big Pikachu. Yeah. How big do you think they can get?
Do you think if we find a big Pikachu and we phone Evelyn and we put the Pikachu on the phone, it could talk to Evelyn over the... Or is that like...
I mean, yeah,
only in person?
probably.
Speaking of
I
Evelyn,
That happened exactly.
like Chemo just kind of like speaks up at that point, like, speaking of Evelyn,
Yeah.
I came with you guys because I was worried that you would continue to do exactly what you're about to do. Should we not
don't know
wait
what
on the
you're
others, or
talking
do
about.
you want to walk off into the forest until it gets dark?
Well, glad you thought ahead. Let's go.
You're right. We should probably call iPhone Evelyn again.
Hey, this is Jonathan.
Oh, hey, bud.
Oh, it's a misdial.
Sorry, man, butt dial. Jonathan, how are you doing? Do you want to tell your friend how being out of the slammer is?
It hangs up.
I think he's got in
He's
trouble
doing
again.
drugs.
No, what happened was that Brad came from NetNavi
Oh,
and
Brad.
broke his phone.
Fucking Brad, man.
he got yeeted into another universe.
Ah,
That's how
fucking
hard-
Brad. Oh man.
He's
That's
the
how
most
hard
important-
Sirius hit him.
The most important character in the entirety of all the shared universes. Ah, fuck. All right, I get that. Evelyn, your pocket starts ringing.
She answered. Hello.
Hi, hello,
Oh, hey, Keanu.
hello,
How are you guys doing?
hello,
Wait, hello.
hello. Are you there,
Yes,
Evelyn?
I'm here.
Sorry, I'm in the woods. I can't. You're breaking up a little. Hi, it's Keanu.
Oh no.
Keanu. What's up?
It's Keanu.
Is that
Can you hear
it?
me?
Is that what you called to tell me?
As you see that the headphones are plugged in, but not in his ears.
I gotta find better signal. I'm just gonna.
It's a good thing you're doing this, because the stream on my end, at least, went down.
Did the stream go down?
Nice. See, it's the bad cave
It
connection.
hasn't said the streams went down.
It might be on my end, I said. Anyone in chat can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, I've moved near a tree. I think it's upping my signal. Whatever. Hey, Evelyn.
Hey,
How you
hey,
doing?
Keanu. I'm
Okay, well,
I'm doing
it's
all right. Almost got mauled by an Ursaring, but we're cool
Oh.
now.
I don't know what that is. Where are Pikachu?
Pikachu.
Yeah.
What? I would assume. Do I know what a Pikachu is?
We're going
It's
after
a
Adele.
Pikachu.
Okay. It's the mascot of this
Literally,
world,
there's a
just like it is
Pokemon-
everywhere else.
There's a
Yeah,
Pokemon made because Pikachu is popular.
What
Doesn't
are
mean she
you
knows
saying?
about that. But I mean, they're mostly in Kanto, I think.
Pikachus are everywhere, man. You have Pikachus in Hoenn. They're a really good attraction over at the Safari Zone.
Well, mostly in Kanto. I mean, they're everywhere, but they can be found mostly there.
Mhm.
But they're kind of just all over the place, I think. Why you ask?
I found a 13, and there's like a stick, and the Pikachu's by it, and that's where Adele is. I think.
Adele?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but is that you're in the woods?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Where are you? Are you here yet?
We're at the Pokemon Center, or we're on our way to the Pokemon Center at least.
Oh, okay. So, like, you'll be here soon then?
Sure.
Where is here?
Okay,
Where
bye.
where is here?
Yeah, they'll be here soon.
I call him back.
I'm just watching this conversation. I don't know what you want me to
You
say.
call him back. Hi, this is Jonathan.
How did I even get your number?
It doesn't matter now. Brad, it's finally found me, so you need to.
I don't know who that is. I call Keanu back.
Oh, hello?
You know,
Where is here?
Woods.
Like where in the woods?
On the way to the mountain with the guy that does the thing where if you beat his Pokemon, he gives you a badge.
Oh, over towards where we were. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a little bit.
Okay, if you had to go on like a big road where there could be big Pokemon, or what's the other way?
Just
Hey,
tell
bro.
her. Just tell her to follow the trail, Keanu.
Okay, just follow the trail.
Oh, okay. I'll be sure to do that. All right.
Okay, hugs and kisses.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Hugs and kisses.
It just turns into Tribor all of a sudden. Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses. That conversation had happened just as you guys were entering the Pokemon Center. At this point, Joseph,
yeah.
you've been sitting here with Sherry and Joy and John Cena and whoever the fuck this is.
Cold.
I don't know who this is.
It's obvious.
That's Oscar. It's Oscar.
Oh, is that okay? Yeah, okay. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, the text
Um,
missing on your end.
No, it's me, Austin. Oh god.
Yeah, there's actually text here, but it's not there on your end.
As you have been sitting here with the others, you do notice that as Sherry has gone off and is basically doing her best to wait for people to get here, she seems to be chasing around this Stuffle, number 77, and from what you can tell, the Stuffle is doing its absolute best to not harm Sherry. From what you can tell, Sherry still hasn't got over the whole not afraid of anything Pokemon could ever do to her thing. As you were sitting there,
Sherry.
As you were sitting there, you also see, as you call out for Sherry, Nurse Joy, quote unquote, shopkeeper Joy, goes and sits next to you. They do this a lot. I wouldn't worry too much about it. From what I've saw of them, I don't think it wants to hurt her at all.
No, that's not my problem. Sherry, you can dodge better than that. For crying out loud, you have nimble legs, girl.
Oh, sorry, number 77.
And John Cena, you're holding back, man. Come on, you're stronger than that.
Stop.
What does the stuff will actually say?
Sorry, number 77.
I'm kidding. It doesn't. Who fucking cares? You're not actually there currently.
Oh, I thought we were just walking in as this was happening.
They're gonna have a little bit of something before you guys get here. Otherwise, they were sitting in silence for like 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
As shopkeeper Joy looks to Sherry going off with that and looks over towards you, she seems to note you for a moment, and she just kind of opens her eyes, looks up at you. It's like, so I didn't really wish to ask this in front of everyone else, but do you need help with that? It looks as if it's already healed, but it looks like you may be in pain. She motions up to her face.
As she said, do you need help with that? No, it seems Stuffle's starting to do a bit better. Use a Mega Punch. Come on, man.
Points to her face where your scars should be.
Hmm?
I was more meaning with that. It seems as if it's already healed up enough, but it looks like you may be in some sort of pain, or that's just your resting face, and I'm being really insensitive.
Better call him A, better call him B. I'm kidding. It's healed up over the past years.
You seem like the type of person who might have more than just that, however. Are you alright? If there's anything wrong with you, I could maybe do something to help you. You're going to be staying with Sherry, correct? Currently, I'm staying with them as well because they wouldn't accept any of the deeds that I wanted to give them from my town.
I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, but the kind of help I need, not the kind of stuff I want to put on your shoulders.
She kind of stops and kind of like looks up for a little bit, looks back to you. You know, they were talking about the other day that in some other world or some other different time that everyone exploded because of some strange things we have found inside of this large base beneath my house. And I was thinking to myself the entire time, what would I do if all of these children had so many wounds all over them, like burns and whatnot? I believe that no matter what you show me, I should try to be prepared to help out in any way I can, as long as I'm with you all.
I like your gusto, but that's not what I meant. If it was any physical injury, I know you're prepared. Your career has given you a path where you need to be able to handle that kind of stuff, and I respect that. I'm just saying most of my stuff is mental, and honestly, it's stuff that I don't even know how to put into words right now.
Oh,
Tell you
I
what,
see.
though. If I figure out the words and you happen to be there, I'll spill my guts. Sorry, wrong word choice.
Well, I'm about as qualified to help you with that as I am to actually treat your wounds. To be fair, I didn't complete my nurse training, so I'm not really that qualified to do either. But if you want my help,
hand.
I'll be here.
He raises a hand. You chose this career. You know what's at stake. I don't care what a piece of paper says about you. If you're willing to go the extra mile to heal an injury, then as far as I know, you're a medical professional. Alright?
She nods at you. If any of you need any help, be sure to let me know. Don't try to hide anything, okay? If there's
I'll
something I
try.
can help you with, it would cause me nothing but joy to be able to help you. Get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Mhm.
I can't laugh at that. I'm sorry.
I know I never introduced myself to you, but I don't wish to sound braggy or anything like that, but I assumed that just because of my family you would know my name. So the joke, I think, didn't fall on flat ears, did it?
No, I understood it, just...
It's because my name is Joy.
Yeah, I did understand it. That wasn't the issue.
Also, I just love the fucking. Love you, Aaron. Fucking get her.
It's because my name is Joy.
I got it.
When the DM breaks himself.
You don't need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
Joy.
It's
get
just
it.
the kind of thing that makes me giggle. My bad.
No, I understand this, Joy. That's all in character, by the way. Her bursting out into laughter and apologizing. That's all canon.
Oh, thank
she
God.
would less burst out into laughter and more giggle.
Teehee.
Hee-hee.
Currently, if you don't wish to show her any sort of injuries or any sort of mental injuries, the worst that could possibly be there, except for like stabbing somewhere like a heart or something, that'd be pretty bad too. I mean, the other one's still bad, but like immediate needs.
Look, I said out loud that I would tell her, but that's man language for I'm gonna boil it up inside like every man ever.
I mean, obviously, you don't need to say that out loud. We all understand that. All of us men understand. Right,
Yeah, I
April?
never-
Oh, dear
It's like,
God,
right,
no.
April?
No. Chat,
What do you
stop
mean?
this.
I have the biggest dick in this chat.
Stop this right now, chat. What are you doing? Stop.
They're calling them JoJo!
Bad. You do that outside.
I told you, Will. I told you you were making a JoJo character, and you laughed in
Is
my
that a
face.
JoJo's reference?
I know.
Is that
You
a
don't
fucking
understand, folks. You
JoJo?
don't understand. I knew myself as a joke. I didn't think it would spread. I'm making it worse sick. What kind of sick, sadistic person am I? for
Will,
spreading a
your
virus?
birth was a JoJo.
As this seems to happen inside of the as this seems to
I
happen
wonder
inside
what-
it. Hmm? What's up?
I just want to check something here.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
What you checking?
Oh no. I just realized something.
What's that, man?
Okay, good. Good. Okay. For a second there, I thought part 2 of JoJo, the one with Joseph, was on my birth year. So yes, I would have been JoJo. No, it looks like I might be part 3. Hold on. JoJo part
So,
3.
Going on,
Anyway.
it's around this time that Evelyn and Varric, as well as Oscar, would make their way back into the Pokemon Center. Evelyn, you just now got off the phone with Keanu. You see Sherry and Joy and number 77 off to the side.
Joker, look. We
Hey
have
guys,
more money.
how you guys doing in here?
Joy seems to like look over towards you and I guess like give a bit of a wave. Sherry seemingly has captured Cena and is just kind of like laying on him, but like is holding his arms in a way that you know that he could easily break out of.
That's cute.
But as all that happens, we're supposed
What
to be
happened
going
to
and
your
keep.
clothes?
We're supposed to be going and going and finding Keanu, right?
Yeah. She kind of like still like looks away from Oscar a little bit as he talks.
Answer the question!
She did.
What happened to your clothes?
Uh-oh.
Is Eric dead?
What? I'm
She's
talking.
being
You
censored.
cut out there.
You cut out.
Oh,
You are being
okay.
censored by
Should
the
we try to
FTC.
switch to a different region?
A different
Way ahead of
call?
you.
You say as soon as I fucking you do it as soon as I say it. Alright, what were you saying, Eric?
What part got cut off?
Everything. After she
Oh,
asked you
okay.
what happened to your clothes.
Oscar mentioned the thing about fucking
Fucking.
we're going like to find Keanu, and then she like looked away nervously, and then that happened. And then Sherry shouted, and I was like, "Oh, Ursa Ring happened."
Oscar just kind of like looks at you. I'm sure that he would have gotten somewhat filled in on the walk here. At the same time, he's also like,
I mean, she's
bears.
I mean, she's nervous around Oscar for a completely different reason.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah.
He just seems to sigh and look over toward the others. Keanu and the others went off toward Mount Silver.
Yeah.
At this rate, from what I asked around town, the only way for me to head back to Sinnoh is to make my way back over toward Kanto. Goldenrod, nobody's getting in or out of there.
Hmm.
Unless I want to go all the way back to Olivine and get a ship, I'm wanting to head off to Kanto with all of you.
Okay. I'm sorry about that, by the way.
It's no use saying sorry about it now. It's all fine. You needed help, and somehow that transferred to me teleporting to you.
Yeah.
I'm still not entirely sure about what happened there.
Jirachi's cool.
Anyway. I can try to see if there's anything around Viridian that can take me up to Sinnoh, or at that point we can head off toward one of the two port cities, or Saffron maybe. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Hmm.
With that being said, though, he looks over toward Joseph. You're planning on following Sherry?
I have a job to do, don't I?
Keanu said he found some sort of weird 13. Is that what you said, Evelyn?
That's what he said. I don't really get it.
Hmm.
But, yeah.
Was it graffiti?
Sherry's standing there with the big ass fucking bee on her shirt.
I wonder what you mean. What kind of 13?
I'm kidding. She had no fucking idea. She's like, what does it mean 13?
13, yeah.
I
He
wouldn't,
didn't really specify. He just said he found a 13.
I wouldn't worry too much about if it's graffiti. There's a bunch of superstitious people and a bunch of people that like to take advantage of superstitious people. Probably something like that to try and get under people's skin.
Well, he had asked a question. And actually, you might know something more about it if you're from Kanto. Is there anywhere we can get a Pikachu around here?
Pikachu?
Apparently the 13 had a picture of a Pikachu on it in a forest.
I thought he was from Unova.
He said he came from Kanto, didn't he?
I could have sworn Unova was the thing, but
Well, he said he was from Unova.
Oh.
But
Okay.
he also said he was working with Team Rocket, which is in Kanto.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Pikachu. I know it's pretty rare to find, but Forest sounds about right. Was it Viridian Forest or was it different one? I can't remember.
So there is a forest in Kanto that had Pikachu in it.
Definitely.
It'd be a lot easier if I could see the picture. But if that's something that was left out for them, I'm guessing it's some sort of a hint trying to get us to go that way.
13, though. Guess if we're bringing up Pikachu. Now, that'd be 25, wouldn't it? What would 13 be?
Maybe we can think about it on the way, I guess.
Is everybody ready to head
Oh,
out?
wait, he wouldn't know the Kanto Dex. Never mind.
Why not?
Trust. He's from Unova.
Oh, you're right. That's what the Kanto Dex is what they teach you in school.
Oh, if it's taught
It's like
school,
the
then yeah,
the ABCs, you know.
Okay, he did actually pay attention in school, so yeah, he'd probably know then.
Well, yeah, but they wouldn't teach you the national Dex in school. That's an elective, man.
Okay, so just
Unit is also very. Yeah.
You'd have a completely different actual Dex.
the Dex entry I have doesn't even have a number for Unova. Actually, just number nothing, and it just says it occasionally uses an electric shock to recharge a fellow Pikachu that is in a weakened state.
Hell yeah.
That's all I have.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
But yeah.
Are we all ready to head out then? Do you need to heal up your Pokemon while we're here?
Shooter didn't take any damage, did he?
Yeah, none of them did.
No.
You and Varric took damage.
I think the only ones hurting are us.
Looks to the scratch marks. Looks to you. Then looks to Sherry. Hey, Sherry. Learn from this one. Looks like they fought themselves a Pokemon and made sure their own Pokemon didn't get too hurt.
That's not fair, number 77. John Cena doesn't have claws.
Well, John Cena should have a incredible Mega Punch. Did someone not give him the TM?
How am I supposed to get scratches like that if he doesn't have any claws?
You're right.
They were talking about a 13.
We'll need
Sorry,
Let's do a walk and talk.
You
We'll either
guys,
get modifications, or did we steal a Scyther recently?
you guys start making your way out from the Pokemon Center. As you do, Oscar seems to start making his way over toward the east of the city after where he saw Keanu and the others start going. Again, just like I'd said before, going off away from Blackthorn City, there's not really a large trail. There's a small trail, but for a group of your size, it takes quite a bit to get through this area. Once you guys get all together, it'll probably take you a little bit longer. I'd like to know, original group who was up in the mountains, are you guys waiting for them?
I mean, I
If
assume we
Chemo
are.
forces me to, yes.
You guys basically sit around and make some sort of a small camp on the top of this hill area. As you guys do, it's not like a full camp. It's not like what you guys are going to be staying at for the night or anything. But you do get yourselves settled in for any sort of encounters that could potentially happen. Any sort of random encounters.
Pikachu.
That would be a shame.
Random encounters.
But we're so safe in this here town. We're so safe, and nothing can go wrong.
You're fine. You rolled a 19.
Pika. No, it's not working, guys.
The only thing
Oh, well,
the only
you
thing
did
you
it
guys
funny.
see upon being at the top of this place is every now and then, as the sun is kind of going down-ish, but because you're on a mountain, it doesn't really matter too much. You notice that down near the bottom of the things and over in the trees around, like kind of near you, some of the hoot are waking up. As they're waking up, they're kind of flying off into the distance, and potentially returning with all kinds of great tofu food. Definitely just tofu. Not even,
Are those
not
like,
real Pokemon. Just tofu. You know.
Yeah,
are
yeah,
those
they're
like
vegetarian.
Jotoni and Rowlets?
Tony and Rowlett. Fucking what?
Do you think they're pescatarian?
Weird looking birds, man.
Tony and Rowlets. Dude, I'm guessing. Yeah, you do have Rowlets in I was about to say, is Rowlets even in fucking Lola? But they are. I'm pretty sure.
They're the starter.
Starters, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, fuck. I was thinking about fucking Braviary's.
Fucking genius.
baby.
Genius.
Waka waka.
What's Braviary's first form?
That's Unova. Rufflet.
Rufflet. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm a dumb. Also, none of you have states anymore.
Like
I reset them all. Now no one's gonna switch through anything.
I realized what the problem was too. Is because I have page up and page down as my like zoom in and zoom out things, and I kept doing that by accident, I guess.
But you guys see the Hoot Hoot flying around doing their thing. Keanu, as you see the Hoot Hoot flying off toward Mount Silver, is there anything you or April would like to do while you were sitting here waiting? Because there was no random encounters, no Pokemon are randomly gonna run at you and push you down the hill, so that's good.
I was just walking around yelling Pikachu, seeing if I could find a Pikachu.
Roll me luck. See if you find one of those Jotonian Pikachu, mountain Pikachus. You don't.
This
Patrick.
Pikachu looks like an apple.
It's like, guys, I found one. You hold up a Hoot Hoot. It's just like you hold up a shiny fucking Noctowl. I found a Pikachu. That's not a Pikachu. That's not a Pikachu, Keanu. Oh, lets him go.
It's like perfectly still, like, you know, like when you like hold like a chicken.
Its eyes just bead. It's just like, no.
April, did you want to do anything while you were waiting?
Yeah, fucking, you know what? I'm gonna spend some quality time with the girls.
Quality time with the
And
girls.
Farfetched. We're gonna have we're gonna talk, and Farfetch is gonna be there.
And have a little pillow fight like all girls and Keanu do.
What pillow fight? There are no pills. Do you want me to bring my
called the
tits out? What do you
harem
want?
You think this cameraman comes
annual event.
unprepared?
you think this cameraman comes unprepared for pillow fights?
Well, I don't think your boobs are good for pillow fights.
He just fucking sends out a Pokeball and fucking a actual fort of pillows appear.
No, I want you to use your knives.
You know, your knife pillows.
Like April wins by default.
Wait, you want my knife? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, just you throw your knives at them.
God damn it. Okay, guess
Oh, hey, Sir Castellet.
you wanted my knife. Here it is.
Okay, so as Keanu is looking around for a Pikachu, saying Pika-Pee, Pika-Pee, you sit there with the girls and Farfetch'd, just kind of hanging out, doing your thing. Is there anything in particular you were wanting to chat about, or you just wanting to chat with them?
You
know what? I want to finally get Rena. I want to finally like get eye to eye.
You want to finally get Reyna. Fucking Reyna, get yo, Pokeball, go.
No, talk about girl things. From what I hear from good sources, you girls like to talk about Guy Fieri?
Yeah, that's
Guy
on.
Fieri.
Like I just wanna bring back the mention. Like, wasn't that fucked up? Let's talk about that for a little bit.
I wonder about him sometimes. I mean, are the flames something that he just likes, or I'm kidding.
No, I think it's more of like an aesthetic thing.
Well, now that we're done talking about Pokemon Guy Fieri, which is something that all girls always talk about.
And it's a very thing that we must.
It's a very common.
Talk about, yeah.
It's a very common topic among females, of course.
It is very important to talk about it ritually before starting any other conversation.
Yep.
That and Danny
For all like 50-something episodes, we've done this every single time. You just haven't seen it.
I heard there's gonna be a new detective movie out starring a Pikachu.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Well, Detective Pikachu #2.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You
the
made a second one?
the first one flopped. So this time they decided to actually get who everybody wanted, and they're gonna have Pokemon Danny DeVito voice him.
Didn't like the main actor die?
Pokemon
Sure.
Ryan Reynolds unfortunately passed.
Yes, you see, Pokemon Ryan Reynolds is not.
Well,
it's not here.
hold on. Well, you said it flopped, so it couldn't have been Ryan Reynolds in this version.
No. Pokemon Ryan Reynolds is nothing like our Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Pokemon Ryan Reynolds is like... I had a comparison, but I lost it. Well, Danny DeVito is for all genders. That is equality right there. Feminists, pay the fuck attention.
Anyway, April, you said
Well, I
you
think
wanted to
that we
get
should-
Reina.
I just want to talk about the mansion thing. Wasn't that fucked up? We never really saw eye to eye on that.
Oh,
It's
you
been
you wish to talk more about what happened at the mansion?
Yeah, I would like to talk about that. It's a lot of things happening there.
Wait, are we allowed to talk about that?
Like legally?
Like, I've just thought that was a taboo subject.
I know, but you know,
As-
we're just gonna put a castle. It's like, you know, it's not like I can't deny it.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot that I can tell you that you guys haven't already figured out, but I mean,
I
I could.
don't mean like talking about what happened. I'm talking more like, how are you feeling after that?
Well, afterwards, whenever we went back to Eterna City, I tried looking up my family, and I tried looking up different things of people that I knew, and well, most people that I knew whenever I was a kid were far older than me and moved away, or they're inside homes, and most of my family are all dead.
Oh, exciting!
It's all right. I mean, it was 60 years after all. I don't really feel too bad about it. I'm sure that they all had their own lives to go through. And they were probably extremely worried about me the entire time, and probably some of them passed without ever knowing if I was okay. And to be honest, I mean, I guess I wasn't okay. I've been dead for around 60 years. So, I guess they were worrying with good reason.
I assume that's a good reason to worry. Did you want to do anything before you decided to like become a dedicated ghost for 60 years?
Yes, I really wanted to work with the gym that was there. I had just became a gym trainer for the Eterna gym, but it was I didn't know that the Pokemon that I had wasn't a grass type.
What Pokemon did you have?
Oh, I had a Burmy. It was covered in leaves, and I just assumed.
Honestly, I don't blame you.
I think you all met him when we were inside of the mansion. He's dead now too, I believe. Like everything
man,
else in
that
my life.
Just like everyone I've ever loved.
Including my Burmy.
Pikachu.
Honestly, whenever I talk about it, a lot of people just seem to get really uncomfortable looking like Chemo there. She points over as Chemo's just like, I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna just like pat Kima and be like, it's okay, she has asthma. Isn't that right, Kima?
High altitudes aggravate it.
See? It's okay.
What's the word? I'm not sad about everything right now. I guess I should be worried that I'm not sad, but maybe it's just because of what happened to me. I'm a completely different thing than I was before. And I'm not oblivious to my situation. I know that if this happened to any one of you, or honestly, if it happened to me before, I would be devastated, and the rest of you would probably be devastated as well. But it's not like I don't know that. But there's really no point in worrying about it right now. I got saved from there. I went to Eterna City and met with the granddaughter of someone who I really admired and got to learn a lot about them. And right now I have Keanu. So I don't think that there's anything really wrong with my situation. Right now, I think that Reina is dead, but I mean, I'm still around, and whether I'm actually her or some sort of a mischievous who learned how to be her, it doesn't really matter to me at this point.
I mean, does it matter if it bothers you to be called Reina, we could just, like, you could probably worship a name if you want to.
I'm fine with being called Reina. It's a lot simpler, too, because I think if you were to try to call me anything else, I would just not really respond until I'm like, oh, that's me, and then I get really embarrassed.
Oh, of course, that makes perfect sense. I'm glad that we have wrapped up the conversation.
I'm really glad. I'm really happy that you were able to free me, though, April. You and Sir Castellet here, as well as everyone else. But that creature that killed me, I do feel bad for it sometimes. I mean, in a way, it is the thing that murdered me and kept me there for so long. But it was also really sad, you know?
What do you mean?
It wanted to find its son, and it never did, in the end, realize that his son was so close to them. It's a little sad. But at the same time, I'm glad that it got to pass on. It's really weird how that thing turned us all into Pokemon, or gave all of our memories to Pokemon, and we're all just Pokemon anyway. I don't understand entirely what happened, to be fair, or what I am, but I decided not to have an existential crisis about it.
No, that's fair. I mean, I guess you can't worry about everything all the time, can you? You know, if we all just stop for like 5 seconds, we probably realize we have like a lot of internalized trauma that we have not addressed. But, you know, who has time to think about that? It's never a chemo and a powder bed.
Are you still holding on to the bottle of milk? You probably should let that go.
Listen, it's not a bad idea to carry around an empty bottle of something. I mean,
empty bottle.
I'm pretty sure the bottle that you had, you filled it with the goop.
Yeah.
And then you handed the goop over. So I guess technically you got rid of it.
I mean, I never got the goop back because we ended up getting teleported.
Like, I thought it was gonna be a thing of you had this thing full of milk, and it's like, oh, some cooks like to get the milk a little sour before cooking it. Take it out, it's like yogurt.
Goop was just dyed yogurt the entire time.
No, not yogurt. Oh, look, I have some new cheese.
I'm not.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, none of my abilities seem to work on you, Reina. Otherwise, I would tell you if you were just a Pokemon or actually a person. I could try to search through whatever memories you had and see if you had anything from being a mischievous. But, again, there's nothing really I can do. There is one place, however, we could head to at some point, maybe when we're done with all of this. If we're all heading toward Kanto anyway, there are some experts over there in Ghost Pokemon, off in a city called Lavender Town. Potentially, they could learn more about what's going on with you, or tell you anything about if something like this has happened before.
Guys, I got spooked by the woods for some reason.
Started tooting at me. I don't understand. Hey, babe.
I'm
kidding.
starting to get a migraine and dying.
Keanu, do you return?
Uh-huh.
Keanu returns around that point.
No
Hey,
dice.
Keanu, talking about internalized trauma. How are you?
I'm probably great.
All right, hell yeah.
I mean, my dad left me when I was young.
No, she said internalize, John.
And I think Jonathan died or something. Oh no.
Wait, what?
This week it's so not Keanu.
Wait, does that mean it's not good or it's not bad?
Yup.
Okay.
Is there anything I can help with, Keanu?
I want a hug.
Did you know the Phantom Thieves?
Floats over.
Yay!
You know what? You two are really cute together. I hope you have, you do good
Hi.
things.
I want April to have a hug.
Oh, hell yeah.
Float.
Hey.
As she starts
Awesome.
floating, I would like for April and Keanu to roll me for perception.
And now give me a hug. And then April. And now Farfetch'd.
18 plus 4.
Now Hodedge.
22?
You both fuck. As you're like, I would like April to have a hug. You just see fucking Chemo sitting there, just watching you guys with the weirdest look of what is actually going on right now. She's just looking at you guys, looking down at Tungsten, whom she still hasn't caught, and is just petting.
He hasn't had water in days. He's probably dead.
He's fine.
He's fine.
hey.
He found some.
To
He
be
found
fair, earlier today, you guys were in the dragon den and there was water, so fuck off.
She held him outside the water the whole time.
I'm pretty sure Kimo wants a hug too.
No, she found milk in April's jacket.
I did not say that.
Getting those hug desire vibes. Maybe I am getting those
Float.
brain power stuff.
Float hug.
Oh, you know what? We're all hugging. Let's just do a group hug. Come on.
Yo, I'm into it.
Yeah, come on, Farfetch. Yeah, no, bring the sword.
Ah, yes,
Bring
Keanu
the
is
sword.
dead on their natural habitat.
The arm just wraps around everyone.
There we go. There we go.
As suddenly
That's what
Honedge and
it
Farfetch'd fused together.
All right, guys. Now let's
As you
never
guys
talk
are
about
all
this again.
as you guys are all hugging, Chemo's just kind of sitting there. You guys stay in the hug for uncomfortably long periods of time. While doing so, you continue to talk as Reina's just like,
Keanu, Chemo said something about some city off in Kanto that we could go to learn more about me. Do you think that we should do that?
Yeah, man. Why not? I mean, if you want to go.
I don't
Yeah,
really,
it was
I don't
like
really have
lavender
any,
or
I don't really
something.
have any big thoughts about going.
all of this is still happening while there's hugging going on.
But
Yeah,
if you all want to learn more about me, I guess it's interesting.
As Machoke enters the hug now.
I mean, if I wanted to learn about you, I could just ask you.
I can't tell you everything because I don't really know myself.
I mean,
I mean,
but
that's
you're
exciting,
you, so
isn't
you
it?
could tell me everything you know. And isn't that what makes you you?
No.
Chemo's like, oh my god.
Hey,
Why is this
Master,
happening?
Graham.
While you guys are hugging, what'd you say, April?
My arm's starting to cramp.
While you guys are hugging, you guys eventually let go of said hug. Upon doing so, you guys hear shifting in the woods.
Someone was
Shift, shift,
peeking
shift,
at
shift,
your
shift.
hug.
It's either a Pikachu,
Oscar
a
gets a
bag, or
piggyback
everybody
from
else.
Keanu.
Roll
I-
to catch Joseph.
I don't think that's how we should. Oh God!
Eventually, you guys do see coming up from the trail your friends. They've made it.
And
Hello,
Joseph.
friends.
Everybody group up. I'm kidding.
Yay!
What do you mean you're kidding? Let's go to it. Come on. Chop chop.
Fucking Sir Castellet just extends the fucking thing around everyone.
Yeah.
Oscar starts batting out like,
Creepy. No.
No.
You can't
You
escape,
guys-
Oscar.
They make their way here and up toward the little bit of the clearing you guys are in. Upon doing so, you guys now see Varric and Evelyn for what they are, slightly scratched up. as they make their way here, and you guys all basically get each other caught up with the happenings around. You guys talk about your Ursaring battle and your fight with death and horrible cave monsters and all kinds of things. And Keanu and the others tell you about this trail they found, and also this Pikachu picture that's super cute. You know, all of them equally important topics.
Also,
So what
Guy
was-
Fury.
So, was the Guy Fury what led to the hugging?
Not
No,
normally.
Guy Fieri just is what we have to talk about before we talk about anything. So I guess technically it leads to it.
It's true.
He's big ups and a low though. On his hit
Does
show,
anyone here know how to
Donnie
sew?
Tried and Diglets.
Oh God.
You said, "Does anyone here know how to sew?" You see somebody, you see a hand go up, but then the hand is not sure if it's high enough, so instead the hand floats higher as the grandma of the group raises into the air. As fucking Raina's just like, me, I know, it's me.
Can you help me with my code? It got ripped up by an Ursaring. Thank you. You're the best.
Floats
Did you
around.
hear that, Cherry? An Ursaring.
And they said it was really big. I don't know.
Also, I think Varric is bleeding.
Uncle Issy's told me that I need
Fine.
to collect giant Pokemon, and I've only gotten 2.
Do you think you're ready for an Ursaring, or do you want to wait?
I mean, I'm ready for anything, to be fair.
It's really angry. Also, it has babies, so I think that'd be kind of cruel to separate it from its babies.
Ah, babies, yeah.
Yeah, if we try to separate it from its babies, and the babies are gonna grow up and develop some sort of a vendetta against our evil organization.
That too, I guess. As he has this look of, that's not at all what I was thinking, but I'll pretend it was.
Like always, number 77, you've got your best foot forward.
Thank you.
Whenever we take over this world, you will be rewarded with all the baseballs you could eat.
That's not how baseball works.
But yeah, someone might want to get Varric some bandages.
You guys spend a little bit of time
Fine.
up here on top of the little section here, trying to get each other kind of fixed up enough. I'm gonna roll for Joy to see if she can use 2 of her. Actually, no, she's out of heals. I just remembered she's out of them for the day.
Ruh-roh.
Because you guys haven't actually rested yet. You guys just kind of waited for people to wake up. They weren't rested as much as they were knocked out.
Right,
So-
Maggie.
So yeah,
Hold on.
she's out of heals for the day.
Hold on, let me try this. Punches the injury.
Breaks his spine.
Now
There
you
you-
can't feel the injury anymore.
There you go, Varric. You're not thinking about that small Ursaring wound now, right? With a broken spine.
Well, I guess this is the part where I die.
No, you're not gonna die yet.
A broken spine's actually one of the worst injuries for that.
Okay, how big is the wound?
It's fine. they
It's
took
fine? You sure?
they took 2 health. It's just 2 of their entire
It's
health and
smaller
damage.
than a toaster.
But no, they're fine. They haven't taken lethal damage.
You know,
Um,
theoretically, if I just like throw away the rage candy inside these bars and just take the wrapper, I could make a strong enough bandage.
Yeah,
As ho-
let's put fucking old moldy chocolate wrappers on top of the
Oh.
wounds.
As Honed,
Nothing a good fucking bit of penicillin can't fix.
Rub a little chocolate in there.
as Honed, after the cuddly moment earlier, is like, I'm gonna
Yum
hug the
bars.
wound better.
Yum bars are the solution to every problem.
Slowpoke tails.
Lee had the right idea.
You guys sit up here on the top. You guys rest up for a little bit. You get your jacket sewed. It'll work, but again, a chunk of that was actually taken out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it'll work, but once you get out of the snowy region, you might want to have it either like redone with some new fabric, or just get a new one
I
off
could
of
just
like
ask Joy
Poke
if she has
eBay.
another Pokemon one. That's not. I could just like.
I have a Staryu sleeping onesie.
That's amazing.
except
Actually.
except that I don't.
Oh.
I just wanted to see your eyes light up again because it's cute. And then watch it fucking tear down whenever you realize it doesn't there.
That's the cutest part.
She's a deep top.
Jesus Christ.
I like to break your hope and watch you cry.
So, if I can get through the you guys sit there, wait a second. You guys get your injuries taken care of. You're not bleeding anymore. You didn't take any like massive damage, but you didn't heal anything. You fix up your jacket. It doesn't look fantastic anymore, but it'll still work to get you through the Mount Silver, hopefully. And while everybody goes off and does those different things, you guys inform each other of the two routes that you guys have talked to each other about upon looking through here. As you guys inform each other of the two routes, Nurse Joy also brings up, well, there's also a cave system throughout Mount Silver if you want to try to go that way. At which point, a cave system is mentioned, and most of the other NPCs look at Keanu.
Keanu's gone, man.
Where are you going, Keanu?
Behind a tree.
It's like, we're not doing that, you see?
Is it a nice cave?
Well, it should be
By
just
the
like any
way-
other cave.
Any other cave that could also have Ursaring in it.
I believe that the cave system off in Mount Silver can take you up to the top, as well as potentially take you off toward the Indigo Plateau.
Weren't there rumors about Mount Silver having that, like, weird kid?
Weird kid?
Yeah, the super champion.
Oh, you're talking about the international champion? He's here?
Yeah,
Just a rumor, but I don't really buy into it. Why would someone just stand in the snow of Mount Silver all day and just not say anything?
you get hypothermia doing
I
that.
can think several reasons why.
What are those
Boredom,
reasons?
first of all.
What are those reasons?
Boredom, first of all.
Okay.
Or it's a sex thing.
Oh.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't think that you've understood just from that. Ugh. The international champion doesn't
Look.
say a lot from what I remember of him. He
I
went
know
through.
you-
No, go ahead. You obviously know more about a gym leader who he's fought. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna add on to the joke. You're saying some serious dialogue. Continue.
From what I remember of the international champion when he came through my gym, he didn't really speak a whole lot. I don't think I heard him say a single word the entire time, but he's one of the reasons why the Elite Four and the championship off in Sinnoh is kind of in a bit of a weird position. The international champion doesn't want to stay in any one region. He just wants to take over the championship title from each of them, and then he leaves, leaving no one to really understand what to do. Some of the members of the Elite Four assumed they were going to be replaced, and they've already quit. Some of them had thought that someone else would take over once the international champion left. He didn't seem to have any sort of rhyme nor reason for going at any of them, as if he thought the championship was just that, being the champion instead of actually having any responsibilities. It's one of the reasons why they had me try to become one of the Elite Four off in Sinnoh, and why, looks over toward Evelyn, I've been extremely busy until I got teleported over here.
I'm just
Kinda
in
twiddles
shock
her
that
thumbs, looks down to her shoes.
I'm just in shock that this apparent international champion exists.
I believe thinking back toward the different places, I believe he's taken the title from at least 3 or 4 different regions at this point. I don't know why he's still doing here. I'm pretty sure he'd already went through the Indigo Plateau.
So is he a ghost or not? I didn't understand that.
I think he's just a kid.
No. No,
kinda
it
like-
can't be a kid.
Just kind of like looks over toward him, toward the others. Either way, if that guy's here on Mount Silver, then we could go and check on him, but I don't expect you're gonna get any information from him. He's not a talker, like I said.
So the international champion actually exists.
Hmm.
He's not an urban legend made by people that want to aspire for something.
Nope. From what I understand, he's gone through Sinnoh, Kanto/Johto here, and I believe the Hoenn region, going through and becoming the champion. People expect him to move on to a different region soon. I'm not sure if he has or not. That's just the most information I have on him so far.
I guess the old wives' tale's true then. Gary
I
Oak
feel like I
does
wouldn't do that.
exist.
Gary Oak does not exist. That is not a thing here.
Goodbye, Gary Oak. You're
none
not
of the
real
none of the canon characters are in this game. Will.
I know. I'm just making up a fucking name.
You're not making up a name. You're saying a name that has reference.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm saying a random name that would be used for a ghost story that just happens to be similar to
Joseph
Champion.
is making up a name.
There you go.
There
I'll
you
accept
go.
that. As he says these things, again, you guys do know from what you were told over in Olivine, if you were to make your way to Mount Silver and attempt to try to fight the international champion, if you were to beat any one of his Pokemon, for every Pokemon you would defeat, he would give you a badge. And this badge is actually, from what people seem to think, is actually legal. They will add on to your count.
That seems kind of fishy to me.
However, you guys don't have to go there. You do know that in order to get to the top of Mount Silver, you would either have to climb up the side of it or go through that cave system that that Joy had just mentioned.
And
That
what's
is
the
entirely up to
alternative
you.
getting to Kanto?
Look, I'm just gonna be for real here. If this international person does exist, I don't think a bunch of outlaws would be a good fit for someone like that.
Outlaws.
Aren't you guys also like a bunch of outlaws?
I mean, technically, I'm not
Crime is
sure.
bad.
Like, points to April. That person looks like she's killed someone.
Oh, I'm kind of close.
Oh, she
That's
killed
not the
somebody.
point,
Who,
though.
she killed someone who was already dead. Does that count?
I mean, yeah, it was a ghost. Does it count? I'm not
Did
sure.
you kill Reina?
No.
It's the act that's more important than the actual body count. So
Raina
yeah, it does
gasps and looks at April.
It all makes sense.
What? It's gonna look down to Castle. Did we kill her?
Oh, that is hardcore. And you're hugging the person you killed?
What?
Respect.
I will say, probably out of everyone, Varric, you have probably the most interest or the most to gain from attempting to go up the up Mount Silver if you wanted to.
It's really tempting because I really want to get one of those or multiple ones of those badges, but we do have a mission to accomplish, so gonna have to go back for that one later.
So Varric, what exactly is your mission?
We gotta get to Kanto.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go on.
Oh my god, we don't actually have a. We're just going after Team
We're
Red
not really
with all
doing
we
anything
fucking
important.
know.
currently, you guys have to get to Kanto, but there's no real time-sensitive things right now.
That we
Aside from
know.
Oscar needing to get the
No.
fuck back to
If
work.
you want to go to Kanto, then why not just go to Tojo Falls that's by Mount Silver?
Those were words.
I don't know what that is.
Tojo Falls?
Why would they want to go to Tojo Falls, man?
Is the connecting point between Kanto and Johto?
They're basically walking over Mount Silver right now, which is basically the connecting point as well.
Wait.
They're off map right now, Will.
Oh, I didn't understand.
Yeah, you guys are off the grid of the games currently.
Okay, so okay. I thought we were going south, like closer to.
No.
My bad.
No, you guys are just going straight east from Blackthorn.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
You guys are
Okay,
at a
so-
point where if you guys continue this way, it'll be very easy for you guys to not only get to Viridian City, which is where Oscar said it was one of the places he'd like to check to see if he can get back to Sinnoh, but is also the area where the International Champion is, as well as the Indigo Plateau. At the moment, you guys don't have any time-sensitive things. Like, yeah, Oscar wants to go back, but as far as you remember from the conversations with him, Evelyn, he wasn't really doing amazing being there. He was definitely a lot more stressed out than anything. Also, looking at him, he's bringing it up quite a lot, but it's not like he's tried too hard to like leave you guys behind or anything.
There's no urgency about it.
He does not seem urgent with how to get back.
Yeah.
If it was urgent, he would have
He would
tried to
be
force his way into Goldenrod. At this point, again, if this was urgent, he would find where the fucking monorail, not monorail, the bullet train like area was, and just kind of go in a straight line.
So Sherry,
Currently, you guys don't have any actual mission other than Joseph, which is basically get to Kanto. Nobody has any time-sensitive things at the moment.
So Sherry, I guess it's your call. Where do you want to head?
She looks over toward you, looks over toward the group.
But why is it my call?
And Princess.
Didn't you say that you were like their boss or something?
I
Or did
mean,
I
well,
mis-
yeah, but I mean, if we go to Kanto, if we get to Kanto too quick, then I'll have to get back with Uncle Issies, or I'll have to talk to my dad or whatever, and we weren't in Johto that long.
She's like, she doesn't seem to want to make a decision.
Right now, we don't have anything
Alright.
that we desperately need to get
Well,
done
let's-
quickly.
I guess we could check out this international champion.
I suppose.
Sherry doesn't really seem to have that much interest in that either, but she just kind of shrugs like,
Oh,
oh, this
no.
keeps us in Johto.
Yeah, his mind is, she wants to delay it, so let's go on a detour.
Oh,
We
we're
don't
allowed
have
to
any-
go. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your permission.
You're welcome.
Shut the
Although
fuck
that
up.
to get up there, you gotta go through the cave, right?
Well, you would either need to go through the cave, or you'd have to have somebody guide you up the side of the mountain.
Mountain climbing is pretty tough. I mean, he looks over toward Evelyn. You should know.
Yeah, that was.
Mount Silver shouldn't be as inhospitable as Mount Coronet, although at least with Mount Coronet there was a lot more trails. I don't know, I've never been up here.
I'd always assumed that we just went through the caves, but
I mean, if you feel
Well, if you think about going through the caves, like if you actually think about the games, Eric, there's also outside areas that you have to go through.
it's true.
Yeah. Trails. The trails we blaze.
Is there like a cool like ancient ruin thing on top of this mountain too?
I don't know, probably not.
Oh,
I don't believe there's any ruins, no. if you were looking for ruins, we should have stopped by we should have stopped by the ruins of Alf.
That I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool, and I will have to come back to that at some point in the future.
Well, they say that there's like these small little puzzles outside of these little ruin areas that have a bunch of
I hate
writings on them. And if you complete the puzzles, then something special is supposed to happen.
Though, don't bother with the whole unknown dex thing they have. It just gives you a sticker.
I'm just like imagining her like visiting the ruins of Alf when she was little. She's looking at it. She's almost got the thing lined up to be in Kabuto. She's like,
Oh no.
Oh no.
When you cut out.
Oh, let's look and see if it dropped. It didn't drop. It doesn't
Oh
look like.
jeez.
Meh. Meh.
Back to
Bah.
Central.
Bang. We can hear you.
Meh. Okay. I don't think that anything cut out because I was able to hear you guys the entire time. I think it was just my voice.
Yeah, just your Discord.
Yeah. Fuck you, Discord.
What kind of goth admin wears pink?
The best goth admin.
The gothist admin.
She's so goth, she turned it around.
I remember, yeah.
I don't think you have any black on you.
It's called a reverse Uno card.
'Cause
Get it
she's
right.
Black in her soul, silly.
There's so much black in her soul that she had to fucking like put on all this pink just to stop the aura of darkness that would emit
If
from her constantly.
This is like a restraint. You know, like fucking Goku over the fucking like.
She's
women
so
clothing.
she's so fucking goth that she baptized herself in bleach.
You guys sit around and think about what you guys might want to do for a bit. You guys do know that you don't have to make this decision immediately. It's going to take you a couple of days to get through the mountains. Looking down at the trails you guys had saw before, you guys do know that there are two ways to get to Mount Silver. That is going to be through the woods, which will take a little bit longer, or toward that path that seemingly was made by that giant Pokemon. At this point, looking around, you do know that eventually you guys are going to have to find some way to sleep for the night as well. But once you guys are done with that, heading toward one of those trails in the morning would probably be what you need to do. I would like to know,
Okay, cool.
would you guys like to make your way toward the trail that seems to be dug out by a giant Pokemon, or would you like to go through the forest? If you guys would like to talk about that in character, you definitely can, or you guys can just put it to a vote now.
Okay, whatever happens, I just want to lay this down.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking thing. Whatever happened with that fucking fake card, Deco?
So you just reversed
one here?
Juno again.
This one here?
Yeah.
Let me get the notes out for you.
Because remember, you said that would happen like next session, and that was like 3 sessions ago.
Yeah, but you guys were supposed to leave Blackthorn like the time I said next
gotcha.
session, and you never
A lot
fucking
of
did.
things keep happening. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's still happening. I know what that is.
Okay, cool.
It is definitely still happening.
Okay, cool.
But I am still not at liberty to tell you what it is.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, it actually might divert
Influence things.
it might influence things a little bit more.
Influence.
Oh.
Either
Okay,
way, it'll happen, but it might influence things.
All right.
So I'm not gonna
Gotcha.
say anything. We'll get to this in a second. Make your decision.
Do we want to camp out here for the night, or?
I mean, we probably need to
We're
rest,
assuming
like,
you guys are gonna camp out.
Oh,
I just want to know so I can make sure to have everything ready next game.
Oh.
Which direction you guys would like to go? Would you guys like to go through the forest of Mount Silver to get over toward the mountains you guys need to pass over to get into the Indigo Plateau, or do you guys want to go through the trail that was made by the giant Pokemon? You guys can talk about it in character if you would like, or you guys can put it to a vote right now, and then we'll decide what this is.
Is the trail that was made by the giant Pokemon like right next to us?
No, it's
Oh,
down.
gotcha.
It is down the hill you guys are currently on,
Oh, gotcha.
which is why I need to know which one you're going to.
Well, I mean, there's no time-sensitive stuff. Do you want to take the longer way, or? I'm fine with that.
Oh no,
That's what-
Emerald's saying I say go through the forest, but I'm indisposed at the moment and on mobile.
I have little opinions other than the way with less Zubats is better.
We're going into Kanto. Kanto is the place with the most Zubats in the world.
Okay, so I'll see you guys.
It sounds like the forest is what people are kind of leaning towards.
We can regroup.
I mean, I'm cool for the forest.
I mean,
you
there
know.
were Zubats in the forest last time.
I mean, either way, they're both kind of through the forest, right? Like,
I mean, we have group safety.
At this
right
point,
now, right?
Keanu, unless you want to stay in Blackthorn City the rest of your life, there are probably Zubats everywhere.
It's a pretty nice town.
Keanu, you can't stay here forever.
Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes and spin around 3 times and point in a direction, and hopefully it'll be one of those directions.
The roulette approach.
As a
Just
gambling
us
man,
people.
you understand that.
Odds are the trail, evens are the other thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that trail looks mighty keen.
So currently,
According to my
Keanu is saying
Wikipedia
trail.
senses.
Varric is saying forest. Evelyn, what are you saying?
I mean, I'm fine with either one. Forest was the first thing that came out of my mouth, though, so.
Okay. April, what are you saying?
Well, I want to leave this all up to fucking Joseph, so I'm gonna go for trail.
Joseph, you
Wait,
are.
what am I doing?
Joseph, you are not technically the deciding factor, but we'll say that everyone else here had their own thing to say as well, and now Joseph, you are the one who decides. Are you guys going down the trail, or are you guys going into the forest?
Wait.
That's what I said.
You can do it, number 77.
You can make a decision.
All right. I choose you. Door slam. Commercial break.
Ah, my finger!
Where'd the door come from?
Commercial ends. The forest.
Okay. You guys decide, upon thinking about it, becoming lunch for a giant fucking Pokemon that can make a trail that you can see from, like, the top of a fucking hill, like, far off down the path, probably isn't a great idea. When you think, you guys are able to convince the people who wanted to go about it. You guys let Sherry know, like, hey, you have enough giant Pokemon. You've completed your mission. Don't worry about it, Sherry. And everybody's like, all right, let's end up going through the forest. At this point, this will take you around the northern part of Mount Silver. You guys look off toward the way they go. You guys do see that there is a quote-unquote trail, like I keep saying, but moving through with a group of your size will take quite a few days. Upon heading there, you guys do see a little bit further up the road, and by road I mean trail, that there are several clearings along the way to Mount Silver. One of them in particular seems to have some sort of a shack or some sort of building or something along it as well. As you guys look off in that direction, the night begins to fall. You guys, of course, will start making your preparations to get ready for the end of the night, all that good stuff. Fucking roll me a d12, April.
Thank you for understanding. All right,
I understand.
Thanks for the shack, and now we're in a horror slasher movie.
It's a fuck
Been there,
shack,
done that.
11.
Fuck Shack, baby, fuck Shack.
It's a fuck shack, baby.
11.
I just
Also sounds like I'm insulting Shaquille O'Neal.
I mean, April.
Where are you clapping?
April. For
Yeah?
some reason at the end of today, you know, as you guys are all like getting things ready to be just oh man, look at all the things, we're about to head out and it's gonna be great. For some reason, Lil Yeah like staying around you a lot more today.
Oh, okay.
wait.
And
what?
is basically going between you and Keanu now.
Oh no, why are you near me now?
So
I just keep bringing him back to Keanu like, hey, baby.
you just keep dragging him back to Keanu.
You gotta give him a kiss. on the
Holy
mouth.
shit! Is that a Victini?
Oh my
No,
god,
he's
you
a
would know that
friend.
too, yeah. You would know
You've
about
never
Victini.
noticed?
His
No,
name is
Joseph,
Lil Yeah
he's
Yeah.
a friend. Be
So that's the
considerate.
fucking
He
card.
is
God damn it.
the Victini.
How did you?
Well, he just showed up when Rain and I were on a date, I guess, is the first time I saw him. And then after that, he showed up to make it so I don't die.
Keanu, you should also
Kinda.
show up the 2 feathers you have.
And then he's my friend now. My feathers, okay. These are
You
my feathers.
lucky bastard. Have you tried gambling with him?
I also have this silver wing and this rainbow wing.
Yep.
I have no idea what those are.
Apparently they're important. Nelson says so anyways, and he's a serious dude.
Yeah, whatever. But Victini.
I will say, you guys, again, just to make sure that you do understand, you got the comet card.
Okay,
You have 3 uses of the comet.
okay.
So for those 3 times, you can decide to win.
Oh, okay, cool.
Victini will interpret that as much as it. What the fuck? MILF or not, you decide. God dang it.
What?
Over on April's sheet says MILF or not, you decide. But you
Okay.
have three uses of the comet. If you ever need to decide to win, you can definitely do those things. I was hoping it would be something like detrimental or explosive, but instead I'll do this for how things are going to kind of calm down at this point. You guys set up your camp. It starts to get dark, and as you guys are sitting along here, you eventually, get your meals out of the way, get your things out of the way. We'll roll for those next time. But as you guys sit and watch out toward toward Mount Silver, you note that things seem very serene, very calm. As you guys sit and wait, no Zubats come to fight you, Keanu. You're good. You're fine. You don't even see any Zubats coming around you. Maybe it's because of all the knockdowns and hoot-hoots around. Maybe they're their natural predators, Keanu.
Maybe.
Who's to say? But speaking of things flying through the sky, as Keanu, you usually let the others take care of camping stuff. From every other time we've had you camp out, you didn't really gather firewood or help in any way.
Listen, I was taking care of the children. How dare.
Think of the children.
So I'm going to assume that you're going to be on baby squad duty
Sure.
again. But as you're doing your baby squad duties, you notice that your bag seems to let off a bit of a glow, Keanu. just like you have showed before with your wings, you pull out what appears to be the rainbow wing. It seems to be letting off a bright, colorful glow across you, the babies, and the trees around you. You hear a long, echoing caw into the sky as you watch two creatures seem to be flying off away from you. One of them, familiar. Seems to be a very large, very colorful bird in the sky, seemingly chasing some other sort of creature. You're not sure exactly what it is. It's a little bit too far away.
What the fuck?
This is mostly Keanu.
Okay.
As this happens, you point out to the others that something is going down. Most of the girls who were gathering firewood drop their firewood. At this point, Joseph, if you'd like to.
What the fuck?
Perfect. 10 out of 10. You see that this large bird flies to the other side of Mount Silver, seemingly making its way into Kanto after it chased after whatever that creature seemed to have been. It raises up above the clouds just as the last light of the sun seems to go away from the mountains. It seems to let out a victorious screech into the air as a bright light, almost as bright as the morning sun, very briefly flashes across the entirety of the mountainside. With that, it continues flying off toward Kanto and out of sight.
Yeah, what's that thing?
Sherry
has a Pokeball out. I'm kidding.
No. Does Sherry
I'm assuming
respond?
we can all gather what the fuck that was.
Yes.
Okay.
It was in
Sure.
Chemo's
I was ready with my Pokemon.
That was in
like, give me the
Chemo's
chance.
That was in Chemo's bathroom.
Sherry.
How did that fit into a bathroom?
Yes. Sherry looks over at you.
Looks like we found our third.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know what that was, but it was big.
But we're catching it, you see.
We're gonna need a bigger
Catch
ball.
Ho-Oh.
We're gonna need a bigger ball. With that, and the aftermath that could potentially come from all of you guys finally seeing Ho-Oh for the first time, second time for Keanu.
I
think-
can't believe we found a big bird Pokemon.
I think we're gonna end things off there for tonight.
Damn it.
We'll
What
get
the
to
fuck
what
is
you
the
guys.
card?
We'll get to what you
Damn it.
guys do and say at the end of this. Oh, here's you'll see. You'll see the card. Don't worry about it.
Son of a bitch.
The card didn't activate the orgy scene in the shack.
Again, like I had said, if I would have told you what the anything about the card, it would have influenced which way you decided to go. Just go to the shack, Evelyn. It's fine. All right, so
I thought we were at the shack already.
no, you're on the mount. You haven't moved.
You said that we saw the shack, so I was like, oh, I guess we're coming.
You're
up
on
the
a
shack.
mountain. you
Mountain shack.
were looking where you were going. Down the
Yep.
trail.
Yeah, we're on the mountain. We see it in the distance.
Mm-hmm. Just head off that. You're fine.
My brain was just like, oh, a cabin, a good place for camping, I guess, is what my brain was like.
That's not camping. That's called living. You don't camp in a cabin. You cabin in a cabin.
Camping is my life.
Fever on a cat.
You just see like fucking this dude, just fucking like an actual like camper class person. Like, you say you're camping? I'm sorry, you're not camping until you're looking at the sky. And he just like very like angrily unfolds a blanket and lays on the ground.
You're on.
On non-breaking eye contact.
What's going on right now?
Joy, hand me that Staryu onesie.
You guys are bouncing around in your Staryu onesie.
Ay, ay, ay.
Just
Why?
flop down.
What is going on? Why are we still with them? Please, Victini. Oh yeah.
Why are we still with them, Victini? Right.
They have
choose when they
ungodly
win.
luck.
Yeah, I will say, like, upon you looking at this Victini too, Will, you're like, yeah, I mean, it's no wonder they keep winning.
Except he's had nothing to do with most of our fights.
To an outsider, they would definitely look that
Yeah.
way. It's like, that explains a lot.
Except for the time where that fucking dumb bitch decided to attack a legendary Pokemon that she knew was a legendary Pokemon.
That doesn't mean she knew exactly what it was.
She knew it was special.
Oh, she knew it was she knew it was a fucking problem. That's what she knew. She's like, I'm gonna take you down, and he's like, nah.
You see, the secret to our success isn't that we pull out a bunch of Pokemon. It's that we pull out a bunch of targets for everyone else to try and attack instead of us.
I seriously, like, whenever we updated all the sheets and stuff, I had half a thought to be like, should I just change the battle system right now?
You
Because
could.
I have an idea of what I want to do the next time if we ever go back into a Pokemon game again. Like, I'm definitely changing how the battles are gonna work. I decided not to, because I don't want to change things in like this far into the campaign, you know?
Confuse things this way.
Yeah. But like next Pokemon game, I know exactly how things are gonna go. That way, it doesn't matter how many Pokemon you have out. You just have a number of actions for your party.
Orgy in the woods.
If you want to
Stop talking about your
have your
please.
Tropius do things and your other person do things and blah 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 blah. Your parties, not like the full party. You know. You
Oh
understand what I mean.
look, April! I found a gold team. You know,
Oh, look what I found ready. I found a sword. Oh no, it's going near your body. Oh no!
Oh
am I gonna do? Oh no,
no!
it's stabbing you now. Oh no!
Oh, that's let down, bad.
What dramatic irony!
That just reminds me of that comic strip where it's like the guy with the pet rock. And it's just like some guy was up like, what a stupid rock, and then he just starts bashing the guy with the rock like, down boy, bad rock.
Oh yeah.
Down, Honedge.
Bad sword. But yeah, now that we know which way you guys are going to be going, I can 100% understand how we're going to be going toward Mount Silver now, and not have to worry about the gigantic Pokemon that's over there. By the way, I mean technically you guys could still run into it. I probably shouldn't tell you what it is. I really like it.
I would avoid.
I really like it. It's a really cool Pokemon. And it's one of the it's probably the first actually naturally occurring mutation Pokemon you have found so far. If you would have went that way, like you guys have missed a few of them, but like it's a pretty neat one. It's actually probably pretty obvious what it is, but I'm not gonna say too much about it. I'm mixing two different lores of a certain Pokemon together, and they're both really cool, and I think this Pokemon deserves a lot more love than it gets. But what are you laughing at?
The comment, ironic. Joshua died as he lived, getting 6 hard inches deep in him.
Fucking what?
Ooh, like that one.
Hard comment, really?
You wanna say something, Joshua?
Good night, everybody.
I do like how fucking if we were to ship you with Joy, it's a JoJo ship. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, he
Yada,
is
yada,
Joseph,
it's all-
and she's what's her name?
Does Team Breakthrough have a
Yeah.
budget for giant robots like Team Rocket? Team Breakthrough is usually just a bunch of espionage-y stuff and secret-y stuff. They don't usually have a lot of flashy things. Unless you
mean-
count Sherry,
And then,
who
know,
goes
there's
in
the
on
whole-
places with megaphones and giant driplims.
She's the best. She is my daughter now. You can be part of this family too, number 77, if you want.
Stop adopting
We
everyone.
can be her two dads.
But not
Platonic.
like that.
We're platonic dads.
Exactly like that.
Exactly like that. That's why I put the two of you the closest to Sherry in the group shot.
It's great, and I love it.
And the entire middle of the group shot is just Team Pink.
Yay! Team Pink.
Team Pink, let's go.
Fuck him up.
And at the very end of the group shot is just fucking Keanu like, man, wish somebody had a camera.
Man, it would be great if someone took
Why
this
is Rena
photo
all the way
right now.
over there?
Raina's right beside of him in that.
Raina, big
If
Oh, yeah,
only
no,
one
Raina
of
was
us had a
supposed to.
camera. If only.
If only.
Yeah, if only.
A dream that will never come.
Wait a minute.
Who gets Sherry on the weekends? Varric does. Varric also gets her weekdays.
All
Why are
the
you
time,
calling him
actually.
Joshua? Why is everybody calling you Joshua?
I don't know. He's Joseph.
I just kind of accepted it.
We should just rename you at that point.
He's Joseph.
Number 7.
Joshua
You're.
Grunt.
I should just name you Grunt 77 because that's like the only thing you ever respond to.
Yeah.
Because I remember last session, like I kept saying Joseph to you, and you're not used to it yet, and then I said number 77. You're like, yeah.
Well, I'll get used to it eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Why? April, why do you want to end him?
What do I want to what?
So-
Why do you want to end him, April?
Why do I want to end them?
Yeah. What's going on here?
I already established this. I told you about it.
Also, why is
You know-
Honedge angry at you?
It's more like confused and worried.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense.
And the blood I added. There was no blood originally.
See, I would have been perfectly fine if Will here had decided to go with like 8 strength, but instead he had to 1-up me by 1 point, and I'll never forgive him for that. Ever.
That's your problem?
Yeah, that's my problem.
I love how happy Marilyn is. Look how happy Marilyn is.
Booty quaking.
Look how actual happy she is.
She my picks.
78 and 76 actually ran away, because 789.
They didn't get far.
So
Hey.
I noticed something. We
What's that?
really are
The-
her dads. Look at her.
That the
She's got the white
executive.
coat, and she's got like a suit underneath.
Loving all the representation. in
I
that.
also noticed that the Alolan Executor is precious.
What's up with you alone? Oh my god.
I'm starting a new ship right here.
Oh
Alolan
no.
Executor in itself? Oh no. Oh, what's happening?
Oh
Team
Ah.
Dads.
no. Why did
Oh
they-
no!
Ah!
Oh, look at that booty.
Ah! Ah! Look at the blushies!
Why do these things happen to me?
Ah, look at the blushies! It's happening!
Red eyes.
It's happening before our very eyes!
You know what? Let's make it triple.
Ugu.
Oh no!
Oh
Yeah,
Oh,
you
baby,
just have
it's
to
a
remember.
triple.
We have to remember this is all about Grunt 77.
So that's my proposition. What do you guys think?
I like it.
I'll give it even to.
You are a polyamorous relationship guy.
So,
You forgot to put the blushies on Keanu's ass.
Oh, of course.
perfect.
Almost
What
done.
do you
hold on.
think, ass? I mean, you're where I get all my ideas.
What do you think, ass? I think we're done, guys.
Wait,
Think?
wait. There's one more thing you should look at.
What's
You
that?
should go back
What?
to April's sheet.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you have any questions, comments, complaints, or wisecracks, put in the comments below. Let me know how you guys are enjoying yourselves. We're enjoying ourselves. And next time, we'll see how our boys do with going through some uncharted territory. For one of the first times in the game, we're gonna be off-road. The games have no bearing on where we are any longer.
Laws don't apply here. We could
We're
totally
in
murder
we're in
people anywhere.
international forests.
Dico, I'm gonna cut you off right there. You're not allowed to say that anymore because you didn't end the last game with that comment, and I'm ashamed of you. You didn't end the last game with "can't bear" some sort of pun. I don't know. You didn't end the last game like that, so I'm mad at you.
Well.
I'm retroactively upset.
Well, I hope
You're
that.
right.
Well, I at least hope that you enjoyed this game.
Eh.
Look, Fomal, I understand, but he makes me
Get
so
it? 'Cause
mad,
it's
you know?
joy.
Get it? Will, do you get it?
Fomal,
Will,
that
Will,
Dico person
Will,
really makes
Will, do
me
you
mad.
get it? Do you
Man,
get-
I don't know.
it's cause
Nicholas.
Will, it's cause her name is Joy. Will,
What am I supposed to do with a
Well,
PM like that?
Will, it's cause your name is Joy. Will, her name is Joy. Will, Will,
Well.
her name is Joy.
Well, come
Will.